Once upon a midnight dreary, we were pondering, we were query. It doesn't matter what we were doing, because this isn't a poetry reading. This is the Shoot Brothers podcast, the one and only wrestling podcast in the world, hosted by myself, Mike the Shoot Shepherd, and Cameron Thunderstorm Osborne. That's right. It's summer's leaving us. It's getting crazy out there.
It's getting crazy out there. It's getting crazy in here, of course. Another
Thunderdome.
Oh, in the Thunderdome. Oh, God, the Thunderstorm Dome. It just lands. Maybe that could be Cameron Thunderdome Osborne.
Oh, yeah. Why didn't I think of that?
That's a good one. That's a good one. We may have found a new nickname. Another great week, Mike. This, oh, my God, I feel like we can just kind of kick up our
Things
feet.
are hot.
We can kind of kick up our feet and, for the first time in a long time, enjoy the wrestling week with no deadlines, nothing to be set. We're sort of, built. There's nothing going on right now, and we get to really focus in on some of the shows that we might have been neglecting for the past little while.
Yeah, but I mean, there's always more going on.
There's always more going on. Let's kick off the week. Let's crown a new champion, shall we? Let's crown a new Tweet of the Week champion. It's the Tweet of the Week. It's the Tweet of the Week. Twitter. This is fantastic news because this is actually a previous Tweet of the Week champion who now, there's a lot of one-time Tweet of the Week champions. It seems like there's like 40 of them. But there's not many kind of like multiple-time champions, so this is great to have this person go from not a one-time, but now a two-time Tweet of the Week champion, none other than AEW CEO Tony Khan. Tony, who we actually got to see on camera on this week's episode of Dynamite, which was
that might be
which was
they don't really make a whole mention of him too often. So if you didn't know it was him, you might just be like, "Who's that dweeb?"
They say his name. They refer to him by name, of course, all that often. But just he was sitting there with them, and anyways, just before the episode of AEW started, we got news that we would be getting a main event, Best Friends Santana Ortiz parking lot fight. That was we knew that was going to be our main event, and just before the show started, Tony Khan tweeted out, "No commercials in this parking lot fight, by the way. Let's fight on."
That was great.
That was
no picture-in-picture, none of that.
No picture-in-picture, no even smaller picture advertisement, which also kind of gets confusing sometimes.
Yeah.
And great, yeah, no. Just letting us know, how we feel about commercial breaks.
Hey, I like it. Tony Khan, your main event. If you can book it that way, do it every time. Every time.
I'm not sure how money changes hands in the world. Of course not. Why would I? But have you noticed that the commercials? I feel like the commercials on TNT during AEW is way cooler than the shit that are commercials on like Monday Night Raw. Have you also kind of noticed this, looking at the picture-in-picture?
I found, I don't know, like last night on NXT, I caught myself a couple times watching the commercial instead of the match. Like, wait a minute, what am I doing?
Because I don't
even remember what it was, but I was slightly intrigued. I guess.
The TNT commercials are all, so currently it's all NBA playoffs.
I think the feed I was watching last night just had the AEW logo during commercials.
Okay, I was watching,
like
I must have been watching a live feed from the States, or like from TNT.
Yeah.
Because it was getting like NBA playoffs, and then I guess TNT fucks around playing Disney movies all the time. So it's just like Saturday afternoon movie, we're doing Ant-Man, or they're like, stick around after AEW. It's going to be like this, this kind of Star Wars. What's this 8 episode 8, The Last Jedi.
Yeah,
I think, and it was just that was going on after TNT after AEW last night. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. The commercials seem cooler. I don't know.
Well, that's fine with me. And JR, even once in a while during the show, he'll plug it. Like, hey, don't forget to watch Starship Troopers tonight on TNT.
And it's fun to hear the TNT NBA crowd, like when that little advertisement pops up, and then Kevin Harlan has to talk about like John Moxley.
Oh yeah, he's like, my son loves Jungle Boy.
And all this,
someone said that.
All this kind of fun stuff. Yeah, it's Thank God.
Great.
Thank God for TNT. Let's move on with the week, though, because while we're on the subject of the TNT AEW people plugging each other, football season's back.
It is.
Football season is back. We are heading into week 2 tonight.
Yes, the Buccaneers are 0-1. Tom Brady is in shambles.
Brady's in shambles. Mike, do you have a favorite football team?
Not like die hard, but I think mostly if I were to pick one, probably the Seahawks, just based on my group of friends and who they kind of follow, and I watch the games with them and cheer for them.
Yes, Alan is a Seahawks fan.
Yeah, he's mostly the one, and then he got me and Ryan into them, I guess. But
and they're a good team to like.
They're a good team to like. Russell Wilson's a very likable quarterback. Little guy, works hard.
Little guy works hard. Russell Wilson. That's fantastic. Well, yeah, Miami Dolphins fan. Just gotta say.
You're the Dolphins, yes. Very, much like the Leafs. It's you're loyal. You got to be loyal to the bad times,
baby.
the good times.
Loyal.
They got history. They've got
Dan.
Yeah. They've got history. They were in Ace Ventura prominently.
Anyways, with football being back, of course, when you turn on to Fox, they have that like large robotic animation
he was on
guy
WWE last year,
who's on Fox. So if we're on Fox and we have the little robot technology, let's move it on over to SmackDown. Okay, folks, it's Friday night. It's time for SmackDown Live. It used to be on Tuesday, but then I think it was on Friday before, though. No, wait. We used to film it on a Thursday and then release it. It's just SmackDown Live.
Well, remember at the draft last year, he was there high-fiving in the boardroom.
He's high-fiving people in the room. Football's back. The little robot man is back. And
little.
Or big robot man, I guess. Yeah, it's probably normal-sized robot. In terms of, like, robot sizes, It's like,
wow. I don't know.
Anyways, let's kick off SmackDown, where the show opens with Roman Reigns, I think, and Paul Heyman.
The big dog and his... I don't know. If it was like a cartoon, Roman would be the big bulldog, Heyman would be the little yippy one.
Yeah, I'm still going with a little Animal Farm thing.
The pig.
Yeah, where...
smarter, but...
Paul Heyman, is the little like Stalin type character, and Roman Reigns is the loyal dog companion who protects and...
All right, the dog and the pig are coming out. Just cutting a promo about the last couple weeks and having to face Jey Uso at Clash of Champions. So Uso comes out, cuts a nice promo of his own about facing his blood for the title, and he's hyped. And he thanks Paul Heyman, but Heyman's like, hey man, it wasn't me. Roman was the one who asked for you to be the replacement for Big E. So Roman's just like, yeah man, you don't gotta thank me. I'm proud of you. The whole family's proud of you. You earned this. You're gonna be in a main event. But I'm gonna whoop your ass just like when we were little kids. But Uso just says, we ain't kids no more. We grown men. And then, of course, King Corbin has to come out because, I don't know, he interrupts every segment.
That's what he does. That's how he gets screen time.
Yeah. So Corbin comes out and he goes, this whole thing's a setup. Sheamus comes out. And I think it's safe to say this costume is his new gimmick now. What would you call it?
I'd call it it's like a Gangs of New York style Irish violent
I'm trying to think of
brawler.
one word without being derogatory to...
fuck, what is it? Yeah.
He's a shiny. I'm making up a word. But.
I'm going to stick with Gangs of New York style.
Right. That's
kind of like the Irish Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, he's got the tilted hat, the overalls, everything. So he's complaining. He doesn't like it. So, yeah. Anyways, Uso says, how about me and Roman face the two of you later? So we'll see that.
The old opening seg to set up the ending seg.
Yeah. But we got was it a title match? Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles?
I'm fairly certain this was an actual title match.
Yeah. But it was 9/11 as well, so Jeff Hardy had some nice American flag face paint.
Yeah, I think they kicked off the show with a little graphic.
Yeah. But before the match could start, Sami Zayn comes out. He's complaining. He's still calling himself the real champ. When Adam Pearce has him escorted away. So, anyways, we get the title match. Things are going all right. Styles is looking for that phenomenal forearm, but Sami Zayn comes out, hits him, causes the DQ, and then he hits Hardy and runs off. So, this is all just going to lead to a triple threat, I think.
Yeah, the ultimate IC title triple threat. Yeah. Shouts out to
Clash
Pierce,
of
though.
Champions. Pierce?
Adam Pierce stepping in.
Finally taking some control.
Yeah, or somebody's
And
been
Zayn still snuck
control.
away, though.
Yeah, he still found a way to get out. Sami Zayn looking good.
He's looking good. But yeah, Pierce, he's no Regal when it comes to authority. Regal, when Regal tells you what to do, you do it.
Yeah, we don't quite respect Adam Pierce yet. We'll get there.
We'll get there. Nakamura, Cesaro, they face Lucha House Party. Everything's going well when Street Profits appear on the screen, just partying in the back, which distracts Cesaro. Kalisto rolls him up, gets a 3.
Now,
that's always fun.
Just for statistics' sake, does this count as a brand to brand invitational selection?
I'm gonna say no.
I'm
gonna say
because they were on the screen. We didn't see them in person.
They could have been anywhere. That partying could have been anywhere.
Exactly. I just wanted everyone to be on the same page about what's happening.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Then Bayley comes out because she has to address the attack, the vicious assault she made on Sasha last week, and she says everyone's been asking about Banks, but nobody asks about me. Well, I'll tell you how I feel. I loved every second of attacking my best friend. I'm not an idiot. I knew what she was thinking all along, waiting for the right time to strike. But guess what? I was using you. And that's how I became Bayley Dos Straps and the first ever Grand Slam champ, longest reigning SmackDown champ, everything. But now she's useless to her, so just a scathing promo. And Bayley's going to walk away, but then Nikki Cross comes out because she's got a match next. But Bayley, just being a bad girl, nails her from behind with a chair.
Smacks her.
Yeah. So between the break, Alexa Bliss comes out. The medical staff, they're tending to her, but she says she can go. Which leads us right into Fatal 4-Way. Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss, Tamina, and Lacey Evans. Winner gets that title shot against Bayley at Clash of Champs.
Now this is where I paused mentally in the show, right? Could use like 5 more minutes of this whole Bayley thing.
What, more promo?
Yeah, she could have kept going. She had my attention, and this is where so this Nikki Cross, Tamina, Lacey Evans, Alexa Bliss, and it took me a second, and I was like, shit, okay. I remember just before Payback, there was some kind of weird thing where it was like one competitor took on both Sasha Banks and Bayley, and then it was like a beat the clock challenge thing, and I was trying to remember who that was, and I was like, oh shit, Naomi pinned Bayley. Like 2 weeks ago. Really? It's like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And this took me a second because I just didn't know how she wasn't in this match. I don't know.
I would have subbed her in for Tamina.
Or even like the way, that people have been on television, like Lacey Evans also has kind of, fallen off the charts and throw her in. And
no, let's not get too crazy.
Well, I'm just saying.
I know. I got to stick up. Naomi, you definitely would have thought.
Weird, eh?
I
don't know. But hey, we're not booking this stuff.
No. But anyways, Nikki Cross, she's a little beat up, but she fights through the pain. Her and Bliss are teaming up for a little bit. But then Alexa just grabs Nikki and the sister Abigail and plants her onto the floor. So I love it. First time we've seen her do that move. And then she just kind of walks off in a trance, leaves the whole match, leaves the Thunderdome. So she doesn't care. She's just whatever the Fiend's got on her.
Yeah, that was a satisfying moment.
Yeah, they're cooking this one. It's a slow burn, but they're not overdoing it.
Yeah, that was like, okay, here we go. Sister Abigail, which I guess is kind of like it's like a crossroads, but you're facing the other way.
Yeah, you could call it a variation.
Or is it a crossroads? But you kiss them first, and then you spin the other.
It's still different. Yeah, like the crossroads, you got them in like the reverse DDT.
Yeah, it has that similar kind of look.
Similar landing where you're like,
yeah, it's a good one.
Anyways, so Bliss is gone. Lacey and Tamina, they team up. Lacey hits her big moonsault, but Nikki breaks the pin up. Soon after, she hits her big neck breaker on Lacey, but Tamina breaks that up. Goes for a super kick, but Nikki avoids it. Rolls up Tamina, gets the 3 count. So Nikki is getting another shot at that SmackDown.
Another shot. She keeps getting shot after shot after shot after shot.
Yeah, she. I don't know. I don't think she'll win it yet either, but.
Yeah, and I think this will maybe be like the third title opportunity she's had. It never felt like she was going to win any of them.
No, yeah, Bayley's just having this great run, but Nikki will be one of those. She'll get it eventually. She'll plug away, and eventually the crowd will be dying for her.
But after Sasha, right?
Long after.
Yeah. Okay.
But then we get this vignette. We don't get to see the woman's face. She's just getting all dressed up, high heels, sparkly outfit. Looks like she's ready to go to the club. A little fur coat. My guess is Carmella.
That's what I was thinking too. My thought was really like, okay, white woman we haven't seen in a long time, and then really kind of came down to Carmella.
Yeah, I think someone even spotted one of her tattoos.
Hey, is what gives it away.
So. But yeah, we haven't seen her in a while. Come back, a little fresh and gimmick. We'll, probably still most of the same, but be more fabulous.
Well, yeah, I think maybe like a upscale version of the Staten Island thing.
Yeah, be more snobby.
Yeah, like less wearing a baseball cap, a flat-brimmed baseball cap.
Yeah. Oh, she would never wear that. Now more Gucci bags.
That's what we're looking. That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah,
carrying a little purse.
Maybe a little dog in the little purse.
A clutch. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, they call it a clutch.
That goes inside the purse.
Right.
I don't know. Ladies, email us, let us know. On to the next. Otis versus John Morrison. In the middle of the match, Morrison tosses the Money in the Bank lunchbox to Miz, and he runs off with it. But back in the ring, Otis hits the Caterpillar and the Vader Bomb to get the win. And then backstage, Otis opens the briefcase, revealing that the real lunchbox was inside that with the contract all along. So he got them, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on here, but
yeah, it's getting a little goofy.
What the hell's going on here? Well, wasn't Otis super hot at Money in the Bank? Wasn't
he? Maybe now that Roman Reigns is champ, they're like, well, we can't have Otis beat Roman, So what's
going to happen to this? Is there a chance that this contract just kind of goes unused, or Otis certainly losing it in some kind of match?
I think eventually, well, he's got till like May or something, so got a good time. He'll either cash it in and fail on Roman, or maybe he'll lose the contract to Miz, and then he'll fail. Who knows?
Right, I guess it's just thinking like, who versus Roman do we think is the best match? Like, is Otis versus Roman? Is it John Morrison versus Roman? It would be kind of interesting if Roman just went on this streak against mid-carders, like Jey Uso to Otis to Morrison. It'd be kind of interesting. Right, without like a top. I mean, it's so funny. Like Roman Reigns and
be like,
I'd say the Fiend are the top guys on SmackDown, but
yeah. Daniel Bryan, whenever he comes back.
Yeah, where's Daniel Bryan?
I think he's at home with his newborn.
He has a new kid?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
I think it's a boy, so now we've got one of each in the family.
Fantastic. We're still waiting. Wait, whose kids are we waiting to take on each other?
There's a whole generation now. The Miz, Daniel Bryan.
The Miz and Daniel Bryan's respective daughters.
That'll be the built-in feud. Yeah.
And I think one that I'm personally looking forward to is the Roderick Strong, Marina Shafir son. For him to come up, I think that'll be a strong neck-breaking child, back-breaking.
Yes. All you kids out there, follow your parents.
Yeah, follow your parents' dreams.
Wrestlers. But then we go to the Firefly Funhouse, where Bray's talk about Roman Reigns, and the Funhouse is missing the Universal title. And then he walks over to a box and tells us that the newest member of the Funhouse is in there. So please welcome Pasquale, the persevering parrot. He opens the box, but nothing comes out. He looks inside and is horrified because, he finds out he should have cut some air holes. But oh well, just tosses it away, moves on. But then the Vince McMahon devil pops in the door, cuts into Bray, just tells him he can't handle the funhouse on his own, so he better cooperate with the new special advisor. And then up pops in this walrus, Paul Heyman character, Wobbly Walrus. And Bray just does the Home Alone face and goes, "Oh no!" To be continued.
Yeah, to be continued. Who is this wobbly walrus? And who was Pasquale supposed to be?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll ever find out.
Pasquale is an Italian name. I mean, Pat. Like you would call that person Pat
or Pascal?
Or
is that just a different name?
I think it's a different name.
Okay.
So who's named Pat that we can rip on?
Well, instead we're getting Wobbly Walrus, so we'll see what he's doing next week. But let's go main event time. King Corbin and Sheamus teaming up against Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. But Jey gets jumped during his entrance. And much like Payback, the match just starts 2-on-1. No Roman Reigns. He works short. Short shifts.
Well, he works short shifts, yeah. Kind of like, like he's playing hockey out there.
Yeah, he's the fourth line grinder.
Yeah.
Even though he's the champ. Anyways, he's a closing pitcher. That's what he is.
That's what he is. He's getting that save.
Yeah. But Uso's doing his best. 2-on-1's a lot to handle. Sheamus has got him lined up for the bro kick when Roman's music hits. And he just comes casually strolling out. But the distraction's enough for Uso to gain control. He hits a super kick, goes up top for the splash, but Roman tags in. So Uso hits the splash, and then Reigns gets in the ring, hits a spear, gets a 3 count. So Roman helps Uso up, and they walk away as winners. And yeah, Uso just raises his hand at the top of the ramp, but Reigns glares at him.
Barks a little bit.
Man, goes... It's like when you tell your dog to be quiet and he sneaks that last little.
Oh, yeah, that last little it's like a teenager saying whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
But yeah, the big dog and his cousin. There they are.
In a pretty good ending to a pretty good episode of SmackDown.
Yeah, this will be a fun feud.
And of course that's happening the next weekend.
Yeah, a week from Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Clash of Champions. Gold Rush.
Gold. Yeah, this has been the year of the subtitle.
And speaking of subtitles, if you I don't even know where to start. I don't even know.
There's one final piece of news.
Okay.
For SmackDown.
Oh, right.
Get to the.
No, go
I think
for
I
it.
know where you were going. They didn't mention it on the show, but right after on Talking Smack, we find out that Mandy Rose is on the move. The Golden Goddess has been traded to Raw. The Miz crashed the set of Talking Smack to break the news, and I guess just part of their plan to fuck with Otis. So,
jeez, what does that mean? Wait, so Mandy Rose has to move over to Raw so she can further a man's storyline?
Well, it was a trade.
Mike,
we don't know what SmackDown got back yet. Future consideration.
It's always future. Didn't AJ Styles get traded over for future considerations?
Yeah, and eventually I think it ended up being Ziggler and Rude.
Oh, right. They did see that one through.
Eventually, but still, I'd take one AJ at this point.
Yeah.
But yes,
so that's
you were.
As I were. No, I don't even know where I were.
You were talking about subtitles?
You were talking subtitles. The Star Trek reboots, they had Chris Pine and a couple other J.J. Abrams did them.
I think I saw the first one.
Yeah, the first one, the third one was also very good. But the second one is the one that I want to focus on. Star Trek Into Darkness. Now, what sets this film apart from most other sequels or movies with subtitles, Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade, is that Star Trek Into Darkness has no colon in the middle. It is just Star Trek Into Darkness. It's so refreshing to see them just have a new title for something, right? How that relates to what I'm going to say next, I don't know. That's just my comment about subtitles. Are you ready to get in your face
Yes, that's what I was looking for.
I don't even. This is a whole new wrestling program. We're gonna need a new theme song for it because this isn't Monday Night Raw anymore. No, this is in your face.
Let's get raw. Let's get raw.
What's it mean?
What?
What does it mean? I don't know.
Oh my God! In my face, in my face, in your face, in red face, and blue face.
You think kids ever say that these days? Like in your face.
Yeah, I wonder.
Insult.
I don't talk to many children, nor should I be talking to children. But yeah, I wonder if that's still sticking around the schoolyard.
In your face. Yeah. I mean, what exactly is the insult?
I don't know. Are kids still, like making fun of each other?
You dunked on him so good, like, oh, that ball was in your face. You couldn't even stop it.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, or it's coming at you in your face. Yeah, are kids still making fun of each other without it being considered bullying? Just trash talk on the playground that has nothing to do with, your feelings or anything like that.
Yeah, hey, you're a dinklepuss. Yeah. Suspended.
Dinkle.
Yeah. It's harmless.
If I was a vice principal, I'd be like, "Damn, that's a new. I've never heard dinklepuss before." You've got the elevator key for the day.
Elevator key. Wow. I thought that was just for the wheelchair kids.
One time I won the elevator key for a day.
You can win it?
Yeah, doing the remember like the magazine drive. I'm sure you also did that, like the magazine.
I won
campaign.
I won like a stuffed lion.
Yeah, they would sort of have various kind of things every single day, it would be, I don't know, fucking, you get a free chocolate milk, or you get to wear, or you get the principal's chair for a day. That was a big one. So, it was the nice rolly chair, leather with the arms, or elevator key for a day was also a prize. And
oh, God.
And Mazzo's a 3-level school.
Indeed.
Exactly. So getting up there must
you could just fuck around, or would they be like, all right, come on?
No, it was it was like, here's the elevator key, but I mean, it was still elementary
school. You can
school.
go up and down once, and then
no, it was like, you can go from class to class. You can take it when you have to take the stairs, but you can't just sit in the elevator and just press like 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, this got off the rails. I guess it was too much in my face. There was too much man meat in my face because Drew McIntyre kicks off this week's show, and I thought to myself, damn, imagine taking a claymore to the face. That was my first thought. That was my first thought. Imagine that.
That was, didn't he talk about how he accidentally invented it when his pants split and he didn't want his fellas showing off, so he lifted the other leg?
And then...
Or was that last week?
That must have been... I think that was last week.
It was a little... Yeah, it was weird.
But it could it could be entirely true.
It could be. But he's here. He's talking about Orton and getting his jaw broken and the both of them leaving in ambulances. So Drew proposes that their title bout be an ambulance match, which I think I might have predicted last week. After all these ambulances,
I think I think maybe we should call it a local medical facility match, because of course I guess first to end up in the ambulance, or
you have to put them in and shut both doors, and then the ambulance drives away.
just somebody just waiting, like kind of like they're keeping it. They got it in park. They kind of like just ready to go as soon as they feel those doors shut. They just That's the job. That's the job I want.
But then Drew, he puts up his own little photoshopped image of just wrestlers beat up in hospital beds. Brock Lesnar had a little teddy bear with him. The old bandaged head.
What happened to Brock?
There.
Is he coming back anytime soon?
Maybe not till crowds come back.
Right.
Who knows? But anyways, Adam Pearce comes out. He's all over the shows. He interrupts him and says, Orton may not even be able to face you at the pay-per-view. So now your match tonight with Keith Lee means a lot more, because if he beats you, he might get a shot at the title. Depends if Orton can make it or not. So we'll see.
I like to think Adam Pearce is kind of like the manager of the Thunderdome. Like, this is sort of his job, is to, like, he kind of, they gave him the keys, as it were. And I was like, you need to make sure that this place is a chill place, and he has a couple security guards now with him. I think, a couple guys in the black t-shirts and the black pants. So, maybe he's just trying to keep law and order the best he can.
Well, we'll see how that goes. Keith Lee comes out. He just gets in the ring, shakes Drew's hands, and they both do the whole walk away, hold on. Add the tension.
Tension.
But then we get our Street Profits versus Nakamura and Cesaro, our invitational. It's here. Mark it down, folks.
Mark it.
And Dolph Ziggler was on commentary this week for a chunk of the show, not just one match, but he had to leave later. But yeah, he did okay.
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. Anyways, this tag match was pretty fun. Cesaro and Montez, they had some great shit going on. Just tiny Montez flying super high in the air, Cesaro tossing him, super uppercuts everywhere. And Dawkins looked pretty good too. He looks like he slimmed down a bit. He was moving quick out there. He was the one that actually hit the finishing frog splash to get the win for the Street Profits.
It's funny you say that. I also think I noticed he looks a little less, a little more mobile. That's the way you would.
Yeah,
that's the way you say
he was
that.
hitting a couple, moving a little quicker, some corkscrew elbows, some cool moves in there. So
Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura are so skilled you would never know that they're both like 40.
Yeah,
you would never know, and how you can do this for so long. And the two of them, these guys never miss time. I feel like they're on television every week. Now they're doing both shows. Incredible. These tag belts are still not unified, though.
Yeah, they got a week to announce that if they plan on doing that.
If that's, maybe
otherwise,
this can be, this can be the rematch at Clash of Champions, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, they got to put them on the show, so
it could happen.
Hopefully. But then we go backstage. Lana is talking to Angel Garza, complaining about Mickie James getting a title shot instead of Natalya. And then Garza just trying to sweet talk Lana until Vega and Andrade, they interrupt. They're getting pissed off. Garza just says, I'm tired of this shit every week, being blamed for every setback. And I'm sick of it as well. This group has died over the summer.
Yeah,
Dead.
what happened? What happened to this whole to the Vagabonds, Latino Heat, whatever we wanted to call it?
There was a few weeks when they were the top of the show for us.
But then the Andrade Coke addiction, the Coke suspension happened, and then next thing we know, this I feel like this could have gone so many places.
Yeah, but that's just same shit every week. They just argue, they fight. We break up, we make up, I hate you, I love you.
I wonder why. And in that period of time, it sort of feels like, the Monday Night Messiah stable. I mean, Austin Theory was there. I guess there were three guys.
AOP is gone as well. They've been released. They're fully gone.
AOP was gone. The Hurt Business has come up.
Yes, they are on the rise.
They are the faction that sort of took
Business
over.
Is booming.
Where the Vagabonds, I feel like should have, maybe it was their plan first, and now it's not. So
we'll address that later because I think Selena Vega feels the way we do. But speaking of business, the Hurt Business, they come out and they've got a full group entrance now, new music, graphics, the gold lights, lasers everywhere. They're looking good.
The T-shirts.
The T-shirts.
Buy yours now, WWEshop.com.
It's probably one of my favorite T-shirts in the company right now.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Just looks slick. But and they're all dressed in suits, except for Cedric. He's got his ring gear on, but I think he's got a fight later.
Oh, thank God! I think Bobby Lashley was wearing glasses.
Yeah, he had like a muscle man suit, where it's like a coat with one button. It's very loose, very low neck.
I didn't know everyone's looking sharp.
Looking like $1 million. MVP just putting everyone over. CEO Lashley, he's got the U.S. title. Shelton upgraded from the gold standard to platinum status. And Cedric, he filled out the proper tax forms, so now he's an official member of the Hurt Business.
It's fantastic to know that the Hurt Business is a legitimate business.
He got his T74.
He's going to get his 401k, his pension contributions. It's nice to know that Cedric Alexander is going to be set for a little bit.
Yeah, it's a serious business here. But so Cedric talks about turning his back on Ricochet and Apollo, but says, hey, man, this is my job. I do what I got to do. So Ricochet, Apollo come out. They interrupt. Say, you turned on us. You sold out. They all jaw back and forth for a bit, which leads us into Ricochet versus Cedric. And I saw a green smiley face dude sitting in the front row of the Thunderdome.
No shit. They gave him the front row.
Yeah, he wasn't dead center like he was a little bit to the left, but he was there.
You know what? Whoever was making that decision, like that was a conscious decision.
They're like, oh, front row, smiley face.
Finally, what's his name? Yeah, I fucking found him on Instagram one time.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I may have showed you that photo. Anyways, that's good to know. That's good to know he made it.
Anyways, he was there, and then the match is happening until Cedric hits the lumbar check, gets a 3 count.
He's a huge lumbar check.
Yeah, Ricochet just fucking bounced right off that thing.
Oh my god.
It was awesome. But as the Hurt Business, they're celebrating the victory. The lights go out. Retribution logos appear everywhere.
I'm using my skip.
We need to know.
I'm using my skip.
All right, I'm enacting my veto. Anyway, come on. We got to know what they're talking. You've been waiting months for some bits.
I've been waiting to see a face for 2 months now.
You got to see a mouth this week. That was new.
That was new. A mouth.
So Retribution's here. They're talking, just saying, hey, listen up, all you so-called superstars. We are the products of the empty promises, the once trusted, but now we want what's ours. We believed our time at the Performance Center would lead us to fame and wealth. But unlike you, we won't suck up to the machine. We are Retribution. You know, I cut it down for time. There was a lot more.
Oh, yeah, they could have cut it down for time on the broadcast also.
Instead.
Yeah, like the little, like, it's like the Bane voice. It was a little
the voice
Bane-y.
masking. But yeah, this time you could even more prominent, like there was more open mouth and eye holes. You could much more prominently see. There's no denying at this point.
There's no denying Dominic Dijakovic, Dealmatic,
Mercedes and Mia
Yim. And then I guess the 5th is the one that we're...
Yeah, I think it might have been Shane Thorne or something.
Shane Thorne? That's a name I haven't heard in a while. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully they'll cut another piece off the mask next week and soon enough.
Maybe we'll get a nose. And then we get like then in a few weeks they're just kind of wearing, those little like masquerade, like New Orleans style mask.
With the stem, you got to hold the stick.
Yeah. They're holding up the stick. While I'm thinking about it, though, there's this massive lumbar check that Candice LeRae takes from Cedric Alexander in a fucking match from years and years and years ago. It's also pretty. It's also a pretty damn good receiving of a maneuver.
Yes. But
just pops up. She just pops like 4 feet in the air off. It's wild. It's wild.
It's got a strong lumbar.
And, I don't know how you do it, but goddamn.
But no, this Retribution promo. This should have happened like week 3.
Week 3. I so agree.
Because
I wonder. We should for next week. Let's check how when Retribution's debut was. I'm gonna do that because I feel like this has been going on for a long time. It's this year's Roman Baron Corbin.
Yeah, I feel like it was July at least.
Possibly.
Maybe even earlier. I don't know, but
I would have to say the first technical glitch, because I guess that would have been their initial shit that they were doing, right?
Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
We'll look into that.
But backstage, the Hurt Business approach Adam Pearce and say, hey, man, you got to upgrade the security here. So how about using the Hurt Business? He's like, oh, cool. Thanks for volunteering. He's like, oh, no. We'll send you the bill. This is the business. Come on. So
for a price.
Everyone's got a price.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a Raw Women's Championship match here. Asuka defending against Mickie James. And, it was, they got a few minutes to work. We were having an okay time. Some stiff strikes here and there. And then the finish is the really weird part when they're just kind of wrestling around. Mickey's going for a pin. Asuka gets her in the Asuka lock. And then Mickey tries to roll over into a pin, and then the ref just rings the bell. And I didn't see Mickey tap out. I don't think anyone did. Even Mickey just looks at the ref like, what the fuck? So they just kind of play with it. The referee says, Mickey cannot continue. Asuka wins. Commentary seemed confused by the finish as well.
I was also confused over here.
Yeah.
I just kind of like assumed. I don't know why I assume.
I mean,
shit.
I think she was supposed to tap out a couple seconds later anyways. It just was really weird.
Maybe like after the roll or something.
Yeah.
God damn, it's hard to be an official in any sport. Let's just get that.
No, there's no excuse for this. I'd fire this guy, I'd say. Along with Baldy over in AEW.
Right, wasn't that
fireable offense.
Right. Well, who did Pac do the Black Arrow on though? I can't remember who it was. But yeah, it was just like it wasn't somebody important enough. It wasn't in the Kenny match. It wasn't in the Orange Cassidy match. It was in like a.
It was just a regular Dynamite match.
Right.
Yeah, someone like, I don't know, Trent.
God damn, I saw this highlight. I guess Mike, you would remember when this happened. When I guess it was the match for the Universal Championship after.
After Balor got hurt?
After Balor got hurt, and I guess Neville and Seth Rollins were involved in this match in some capacity. Mm-hmm, and he hits him with the red arrow, and the crowd is going
and the
fucking
foot goes on the rope.
Nuts. The crowd is going insane.
Yeah, it was one of the biggest near falls of that.
And even the way that like he pins him, the way that like he really rolls
perfect.
over in that,
he pulls him just a bit too far.
Oh,
the toe touches the rope.
God! And then like even like the ref doesn't hit the 3, and then but the crowd already shouts 3 and is going nuts. And then my God, that was a huge moment.
It was a great moment. And that shows how bad they fucked up with Neville.
I think it popped up.
The crowd bought into him as a world champ.
It popped up on my Instagram like Discover page for some reason. And I was just like, holy shit, this looks awesome.
The whole match was awesome. Awesome match. Awesome spot. Yeah, what a fun time that was.
God, what a fun time that was. I'm sorry I brought that one
Neville,
up.
Because I feel like then Neville was gone for a year, and now he's gone for another year. We feel like the world hasn't gotten nearly enough of him. The wrestling world. Yeah, the
wrestling world benefits from Neville, Pac Neville. Neville Pac.
Yeah. But then Zelina Vega comes out to cut a promo on Asuka, and she's been thinking about the future. My future. I've been wasting some of the best years of my career managing these selfish ingrates. Yeah, just like you, Asuka. You're an ingrate. You were head of that title. But you've been reckless, defending against anyone, the stars of yesterday, instead of the best in the business today, me. So don't even bother asking me if I'm ready for Asuka, because I'm here to tell you that I'm ready for that. And she points at the title. Asuka yells at her in Japanese, so Vega slaps her and runs off. So I love it. This is exactly what we were saying earlier. Vega needs to get away from those losers and start doing shit her own way.
It's totally agree, and we the no shame in losing. Certainly, if she puts on a good performance, I don't believe she could beat Asuka, but you put on one hell of a show, and
she's tiny. She can take some great bumps.
Maybe I'll think that you can do it one day, and it's exactly that. We haven't seen Zelina Vega much wrestle. I mean, we don't see her wrestle because she's been managing the Vagabonds. If the Vagabonds were doing great, she could still be thriving in that managerial role. Maybe they just really like her, and like, we got to keep the focus and attention on Zelina Vega because she's gonna crush it in one way or another. So hopefully that's a good match at the Gold Rush. Yeehaw!
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeehaw.
It's a unique matchup. Yeehaw!
And a new freshen it up. What do we always say?
Freshen it up. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Vega, she'll do some dirty heel tactics. It'll be nice.
Hopefully.
Maybe even Aleister Black. Maybe they can start working together. They're both heels.
Ooh.
But Bobby Lashley's taking on Eric of the Viking Raiders. And we do get confirmation that Ivar did have a pretty serious cervical injury after that suicide dive last week. Not just a stinger. So he's going to have surgery on that neck. He's going to be out for a good little while there.
Oh, poor Ivar.
Poor Ivar. And by association, poor Eric.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
But anyways, Lashley makes pretty quick work of Eric. Gets the submission win with the Hurt Lock, which is official now. No more full Nelson. It's the Hurt Lock.
Oh shit, Mike! I'm so sorry. I just got like an email. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Wow, phone is away. Like we said, poor Ivar. Wishing all the best. Poor Eric. Wishing all the best. What happens to a tag? What happens to half a tag when your other buddy's hurt? You just fucking fall off the face of the earth. Now, which one's the one that's got a baby on the way? Which one's Ivar? Ivar's the one with the long beard and the long hair. Okay, got it.
Yeah, he's the one that dated Sarah Logan, who's pregnant, I guess.
No, I think that's Eric.
Is it?
Yeah,
okay.
I think so. Which one's the bald one?
Bald one is Eric.
Yes, then it's Eric. My God, you think these two aren't the fucking Usos? Why can't we get this?
Well, anyways, let's cut to Shane McMahon and the bouncer hanging out in the front door to Raw Underground. When the monster, Braun Strowman, just comes barging in, bouncer goes to step up to him, but Shane says, no, it's cool, it's cool. So Strowman's all pissed off, and he says he knows there's some poor bastards in there that he can cave in. So give me your best, man. I'm going in. We'll get back to him. But then we go backstage. Murphy is talking to Rollins, and, he's all sad about that gang beating last week with the kendo sticks by the Mysterio family. But Seth just says, that's atonement and forgiveness, my lad. But I've got something very important for you tonight. So be ready. Are you ready? And then he slaps him in the face, grabs him by the beard, just starts scolding him, telling him to stay in the back tonight. I don't want to deal with any of your stupid mistakes again. So this could be, seems like maybe a babyface turn for Murphy here. Man can only take so much abuse.
Man can only take so much abuse, and you know what? A solid Murphy match is something the whole like Pac, something the whole wrestling world can use.
Yeah, we don't get enough.
We know what he can do.
And then, as we mentioned earlier, we do get a little promo video for Mandy Rose coming to Raw. We still don't know about what she was traded for, and no mention of a draft. I think it was around this time last year when SmackDown moved to Fox. We did the whole draft, the boardrooms.
Oh right, yeah. I think the two shows are kind of working.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really a big. I don't know. Maybe that's why they don't.
I mean, the entire tag division's fucked, but I feel, but I feel like everything else is kind of booked, or fairly even. SmackDown's missing a top face, really. Who's not the Fiend, because the Fiend is the Fiend.
Yeah.
It's like a different can of worms with this guy,
Hopefully.
It's crazy,
Brian
yeah. SmackDown has like two of the biggest stars in Roman and the Fiend.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not going to, I feel like the two of them are not going to see each other for a while.
Yeah, the Fiend and Alexa, they got their own storyline that can keep you busy for a while.
Oh, well, we're all waiting for the Fiend Alexa carrying cross Scarlet thing. That's maybe that's what we're building to right now.
I don't know. Yeah. But guess what? We've got a steel cage match here. Seth Rollins taking on Dominic Mysterio. I thought maybe this would be the main event, but it doesn't matter here. Seems like they set up the cage. Now they they used to lower the cage. This time they just kind of built it in pieces. But
yeah, I guess new setup, new way of doing things.
Thunderdome, yeah.
Yeah, maybe this is the easier way to do it. Like maybe the way they actually do it, kind of when they're on the road or whatever, is more difficult.
Yeah, just leaving a thing hanging there all night.
Yeah, the supports and the pulleys and they don't have and they need people to just hold it there all night before they're shaking.
Yeah. But Dominic, once again, he's looking great early on, hitting some big moves, climbing the cage, but then Murphy pops out from under the ring, slides a kendo stick into Seth, so he starts unloading on Dominic, slamming him around into the cage walls. The whole Mysterio family just watching from the outside. Ray had a Kiss-inspired mask this week. I don't know the members of the band.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, the star over the eye.
That one's
not Gene Simmons.
That one's Paul Stanley.
Paul Stanley, I knew that name. Not the kitty cat. No one likes the kitty cat.
Peter Criss.
Peter Criss. You know the whole band, don't you?
And then...
Who's Silver Makeup?
No, Silver Makeup was Ace Frehley.
Ace Frehley, okay.
There we go.
He was the singer.
Hey, I did it.
Good, yeah. Kiss fan.
I'm not, though.
I don't know. I could only name 2 members, I think.
Yeah, but I think that's them. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
Anyways.
Well, good job. Anyways, Dominic rallies back. Rey Mysterio slides a kendo stick into him, so he starts swinging on Rollins for a while. He's fired up. Both men start climbing the ropes up the cage. Rollins kicks Dominic. He lands on his balls on the rope, but then he pulls Rollins' feet out, so he sacks himself. Both men are just sacked on the ropes. And MVP is like, okay, I'll give the credit. He's crafty. MVP I thought was pretty good on commentary.
Oh, yeah, he was on commentary. No, there was a moment here where he went from like one place to the other very quickly.
Like first he was hating on Dominic, and then Dominic won him over, I think.
Maybe by the end of the match. And it feels like Dominic is our current rising star.
Yeah, he's like one of the top baby faces on the show.
And really, but I mean, we have Keith Lee, Drew, and Randy at the top of the division. Nobody really kind of picking a side either. There's they're all just hating each other right now. Is Dominic Mysterio like our top baby face?
he's up there. Anyways, Dominic starts crawling towards the open cage door. Ray's there to help him out, but then Murphy attacks Ray. So Murphy's beating up Ray, and then he turns around to slam the cage door, thinking Dominic's still there, but it's Rollins. So he has nailed his Messiah in the head. Dominic starts climbing the other side of the cage, but Murphy runs over, climbs up to stop him. So, Dominic punches him off, but then he turns around, jumps off the top rope, hits a frog splash for a big 2 count. So Dominic just starts climbing the cage again, but this time Rollins goes after him, hits a big superplex, pulling him down off the top of the cage. But Dominic kicks out of that. So, the match is coming to a finale here. Soon after, Rollins hits not 1, but 2 curb stomps in a row. And that gets him the pinfall victory. But another excellent performance from Dominic. This kid is a beauty.
Another great match for Dominic and Seth Rollins, really. Is a steel cage match one of the definitive endings of a thing match?
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of the time. I think they could move on from each other here, but maybe not, because in the aftermath, Seth is just staring down the Mysterio family. Seth walks off without Murphy because he's all pissed off at him. Or he slams the cage onto Murphy. He says, "How does it feel? You did it to me." So Seth walks off. The Mysterio family go to enter the cage and check on Dominic. But young Aaliyah stops to check on Murphy. What is this? What is this little twist?
Not only does she stop to check on Murphy, the camera followed her for a good 45 seconds.
And it was like she was very concerned for this poor...
Very concerned over the man that she just berated with kendo sticks for a good fucking 25 minutes.
Yeah. And there was an uncensored F-bomb caught in here at one point when Seth was leaving, and Ray just says, "You're fucking dead." Oh,
shit. I missed that one.
Slipped, yeah. I caught it. But yeah, Aaliyah. What's Aaliyah doing? Is she training to be a wrestler as well?
Who knows? Maybe that's maybe the Mysterio family is the new what's the mom doing? Maybe
Angie. I bet she could take a bump.
I bet maybe the Mysterio family, like we were saying, the Vagabonds are done. The Hurt Business is coming up. We need a rival stable for the Hurt Business. Maybe it's just the Mysterios.
Maybe. Yeah. Either way, yeah. This Murphy Aaliyah. Mm-hmm. There's something there. There better be something.
Hopefully.
But then we go Raw Underground. Dolph Ziggler's in there fighting someone. So I guess that's why he had to leave commentary. But
makes sense.
Zig gets the quick win. Then Riddick Moss steps up. They fight around a bit until Strowman just comes charging in, tosses them both around. He beats them both up, but he was wearing these like bird handling gloves. Like Falcon.
Yeah, it's like we're on a new gimmick or something. He's wearing like this tight T-shirt. Shane McMahon, who like just about like shit himself when Braun's like, "Let me in," because we still see Shane McMahon every single week, and Braun Strowman moving over to the place. I guess Braun Strowman in the match, the other guy, the other tall big ass motherfucker who wears a wife beater. Who's been winning matches?
Kato?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess those two at Raw Underground. Or no, I was going to say at Clash of Champions pre-show. Calling it.
I want to see the bouncer.
We all want to see the bouncer.
He's got to fight. He's so big. Anyways, backstage, Charlie interviews Drew McIntyre. Keith Lee comes up. They cross words. They start fighting in the backstage area. But then, we go back to Raw and Underground. Strowman's still beating up men among men, until Titus and O'Neil steps in, but he gets taken down easily.
Of course.
He was all hyped up, too. The bouncer was on his side. He's like, let me in. He's like, I ain't letting you in. He goes, let me in. He goes, all right, boy. So, Kevin Owens versus Aleister Black. Owens gets ambushed during the entrance. Aleister's wearing long tights now. No more trunks.
He's doing a pirate thing these days too.
Yeah.
Because
he took the eye patch off after his entrance.
I guess he's coming out like a pirate, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like a grungy pirate because he doesn't have an eye patch. He just has like a towel.
Yeah, just
like a little
bandaged
face
around
towel.
his head. Anyways, Aleister, he's in control, but then the lights start flickering, distracting him. So Owens hits a stunner, gets the win.
The lights flickering is the most distracting thing. When shit starts strobing out, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah. And then we go Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan taking on Natalya and Lana. But they're calling them the Riot Squad again. I don't like it. I thought we were past that.
Right. Didn't we have another name for them last week or something?
Yeah, they called them the Living Riot.
The Living Riot. That's what it was.
The back of their jackets this week said Live to Riot, which is better as well.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, Live to Riot.
Damn.
You know? Anyways, Liv, she also had this new makeup look, like these little sparkly tears going down her cheeks.
Oh, I don't think I noticed that.
I liked it.
Of course.
Anyways, on to the match. We had 3 blondes, a ruby, and a pizza place. But I hope everyone gets that reference. But
I hope everyone born before
a show that was like 2 seasons. But anyways, Lana looked good here. Surprisingly, Lana's looking all right. But she eats the Riot kick, and Live to Riot get the win. I'm calling them. But then afterwards, Nia Jax comes out, puts Lana through a table. Or I could think maybe she was there the whole time on commentary or something.
I don't know. I think she might have been there the whole time. Poor Lana, who's gonna have to suffer for Miro's move. That's what his name was.
Yeah. We'll get to some of that, but I don't know. At least Lana, she's in matches.
Of course.
She's working. She's practicing. Natty's a good vet to have.
Oh, one of the best.
Roost under her wing.
Before we move on, last night I watched an episode of The X-Files, and in the intro is a young Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. And, what does that have to do with wrestling?
No. Oh, sorry. I'm back on Two Guys, a Girl and Pizza Place.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Thank you.
That's where my mind went. I don't think Ryan Reynolds ever found himself in a wrestling ring. But there's an episode of the X-Files where he, in the pre-credits part, there's always like 2.5 minutes where they kind of explain start explaining what's going on. Ryan Reynolds is the teenage boy who ends up being killed due to a couple satanic rituals.
Ooh,
nasty. I know. Nasty.
But let's go back to Raw Underground one more time.
Oh, do we have
Strowman.
to? Jesus.
I guess so. Strowman's just dominating more. I don't know. It's pretty much what you said earlier. He beats up more guys. Kato comes in, goes face to face, but Shane says, No. Next week. We're out of here. Time's up. We got to go. So we'll see you next week.
Hopefully.
But main event time, Drew McIntyre versus Keith Lee. I noticed during Drew's entrance, they added some stored sounds. Now it goes like...
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I guess that's the sound of the Claymore swinging.
I'll have to listen to that.
And also Keith Lee, once again, has slightly changed his gear. Now he's got like the wrestling style top, the low cut neck trunks.
Yes, I believe it's called a unitard.
Yeah, but he's got shorts on it, though.
I think a unitard.
Why are they fucking around?
I think a unitard has shorts or a singlet. The That's what it's called. I have a friend who owns a singlet, and yes, it looks like booty shorts.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They're just fucking. Eventually, they're just gonna let him take his shirt off because they're just cutting away.
Well, maybe that's what. Yeah, that's what it is, right? So we need the singlet thing, and then he has to do like the Kurt Angle, take the sleeves off, and then everyone's gonna be like. Then that's what the pop is when Keith Lee takes his shirt off, drops a big old spirit bomb.
Well, we'll see. But anyways, we get a pretty evenly fought match here until Retribution come out, surround the ring. So the ref just bails, commentary bails. And Lee and Drew, they just get beaten down until eventually the Hurt Business come out like they promised. And they start brawling with Retribution. Drew and Keith Lee, they recover and they both hit toe-breaking heroes, taking out the whole group on the floor. We just close the show with bodies laid out everywhere.
Yeah, it was a weird ending. McIntyre and Keith Lee, that's the money match for another time.
I feel like fucking Keith Lee, every one of his matches has been ruined.
Yeah.
Except for his first one against Orton.
Yeah, the match against Randy where we were all holy shit. And it's a weird way to book someone of like he keeps being in matches that end up getting disqualified or like
DQ,
no
finish.
contest.
It's like they don't want him to lose, but they want him to be in these big matches.
And we need Retribution to fucking take off. But it is nice to hear, and when I say take off, I mean take the mask off. Well, it is nice to it is nice to hear or see that I think Retribution. Oops, Jesus, dropped my pen. Yeah. When they come onto the scene, Hurt Business right is waiting right there for him. Retribution, Hurt Business.
Yeah, that could be a fun. I don't know. I guess not Clash of Champions, but maybe the next show after that have a little 4-on-4, 5-on-5 match or something.
Yeah, or some kind of I guess Survivor Series. No, it's too far away. But yeah, something to that.
Hell in a Cell.
Something to that effect.
Yeah, maybe Hurt Business can have a couple of women team up with them so they can. Take on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so they can take on the other part, and that'd be the Survivor Series. Anyways, that was the first half of the show. That was Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, that was where your main roster.
We were in your face, Mike. I think it's about time that we take a bit of a break.
Let's do that.
We're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back with some trivia. Of course, we have the Wednesday Night War because it's back, baby.
It's finally back. Yeah,
and
it almost wasn't. They weren't sure about this Wednesday either. It was almost on a Thursday.
God damn it.
Because of NBA.
Right. That goddamn National Basketball.
The Denver Nuggets.
Association. Let's take the break and we'll be back.
Let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, brother, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, brother, yeah.
Back here, second half. The bottom half too. Also, that was the top half of the show. This is the bottom half of the show.
Yeah, as baseball has taught us, you start at the top and on the bottom.
How do they teach us that? Oh, because we're at the top of the inning, the bottom of the inning. Yeah, this is the bottom of the. This is the bottom of the ninth, I guess, is where is I'm gonna say I'm gonna say the bottom of the sixth because didn't we? Or what's the inning? We agreed at the seventh inning stretch, baseball should be over. But is that after the is that after the seventh or before the seventh? I don't quite remember.
What?
When is the seventh inning stretch? Is it before the seventh inning or after the seventh inning?
I think it's before the beginning of the seventh inning.
Before the beginning of the seventh inning. Ooh, that's fun to say. So yeah, let's say this is the bottom of the sixth, and baseball is going to be over soon because it is the second half of the show.
Yeah, Blue Jays are in the playoffs.
Oh, seriously?
Well, they're going to be. I hope so.
Oh, that's fine.
There's only like a dozen games left, and they're doing good.
I haven't looked at a baseball stat in years.
They're the only team that can continue the Toronto championship streak. We're on. So 2019 was the Raptors. Mm-hmm. 2018 was the Toronto Marlies. 2017 was TFC.
Yes, and
so 2020 is up for grabs. The Blue Jays, you got to do it.
And if not the Blue Jays, that's there's no one else. The Maple Leafs can't do it.
Nope.
Well, shouts out to you there, Blue Jays. Keep swinging those bats, and it's time for us to go to. It's time for us to, as they would play a game of baseball. We're gonna play a game of our own. It's not physical though. I mean, it might not be. I don't know, Mike. I don't know what your questions could be. Like, hey, run around the block and come back. Let's play trivia.
Trivia. Woo! Trivia. Woo!
Yes, let's play.
I guess you'd have to form in the question like, can you run around the block and back? Anyways, we got a question for each other, Mike. I think I have 4 questions for you this week.
I'll give you one, 2. I'll give you like 5.
Oh,
maybe
fun.
6.
Okay.
Maybe 7. We'll see.
Okay, let's go. Kick it off.
Okay, I'll kick it off. I got, there's a lot of factions and stables heating up in the world of wrestling.
Yes.
So let's do some of the trivia related to
faction trivia.
Faction,
stables. Okay.
So let's start off with, it may seem obvious, but may not. You may not know it. You may not know everything. But can you name the 4 horsemen?
God, it's the last one that always gets me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and then the 4th guy. He's like he's like the 3rd tenor,
Exactly.
We all know Pavarotti, we all know Placido Domingo. It's that 3rd guy.
The Ringo Starr, the George Harrison.
Yeah, fuck.
Who would you rank lower?
Yeah, and I'm so confident on those other 3. Like 100%. It's that 4th one. Fuck. I can kind of picture him, standing there with the 4 sticking out.
Yeah, he's definitely the name that. Would be the
I can picture him. He's looking there, beefy, a little greasy. I'm never gonna get it. I know those first 3 are right. I'm never gonna get the 4th.
Yeah. Well, the 4th one is Ole Anderson.
Ole Anderson. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Those were the original. Of course, the group was revived later on, but it was much like any group. It comes and goes.
There's
but that's
been many of the iterations, but that's not That's not what we're counting. Damn, Ole Anderson's brothers, presumably.
I think so.
That makes sense.
And let me just follow up while we're on the subject.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the 4 horsewomen. That'd be too easy, wouldn't it?
That would be Becky, Charlotte, Sasha, and Bayley.
Yeah, there you go. But there is another 4 horsewoman, the MMA version. Do you know who they are?
I guess that would be Ronda, Shayna, Marina Shafir, and Jasmina Duke.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Jessamine.
Jessamine, sorry.
Jessamina.
Jessamina.
But yes, you got it.
No,
Just have to
I'm
make sure.
waiting on the Marina Shafir
Yeah,
debut. You know I'm waiting on that one.
You're following the family, apparently.
Oh, the family. This kid, they got a
I didn't even know they had a son.
They got a kid, and
I didn't even know that she was the Marina until like last year when that feud happened. I never put 2 and 2 together.
You never put 2 and 2 together, But
just
this kid is ready to take on somebody else's kid,
Hit some of those big rising knee strikes.
or maybe a manager-client situation with one of the Daniel Bryan daughter. There are so many possibilities.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, hit me.
Okay, I'm gonna give you today's trivia theme are the longest matches. The longest.
Wow.
Matches in WWE and WWF, of course, because there's
Okay,
all sorts. There's all sorts.
whole Japan.
There's all sorts of shit going on over the world. But I have it's a classic clues and give me an answer. Sometimes I'll give you like a pick 1 to 4. Sometimes I'm looking for the wrestler. It all makes sense.
Yes.
So this one. This is this one we're talking about the longest non-stipulation singles match in WWE.
Longest non-stip singles match.
Yeah. So this is going to be
no Iron Man, no Gauntlet.
No Gauntlet, no Iron Man, no handicap, whatever you want to say.
Okay. I've already got one in mind.
Got one in mind. Well, I have a few clues for you, and I'm looking for who are the wrestlers. I'm just looking. Okay. That's the answer I'm looking for.
Okay.
So the match for fans at home lasted for 55 minutes and 49 seconds. It was given 4.25 stars by Meltzer and was actually PWI's match of the year. It happened on a Monday Night Raw in 2007.
All right. That confirms it.
Okay, I had a few more clues for you, but Mike, if you think you know who the rest,
look fancy. Yeah,
if you,
I'm gonna say
okay,
John Cena versus Shawn Michaels
ding ding ding,
in an excellent match.
You had, and you did it with 2 clues to spare. You know what?
It was what I was thinking from the very beginning.
And you know what? Monday Night Raw was the very first clue, and then I kind of like redid the clues in my mind.
Yeah,
but you got it.
It was an awesome match. I remember it started like halfway through the show. There was still like other matches to come, but they just wrestled the whole hour. They just went. They kept going. And it was an amazing match.
So
Shawn Michaels won clean. He beat Cena clean during the Super Cena era.
55 minutes, which is fucked. That's the longest non-stipulation WWE singles match since the 70s.
Yeah, and that's a hell of a match.
So there you go.
That was fun. Fun to think about that match. All right.
Fun to think. You were 15.
Yeah.
Or 17.
But all right. Next stable. Who were the 3-man band, also known as 3MB?
Oh, 3MB.
Yeah. If you didn't know, that's what it stood for.
I had no clue that's what it stood for, and I totally wouldn't have gotten it.
3MB.
Jinder Mahal, Drew McIntyre, and then either Heath Slater or Kurt Hawkins. Fuck these gingers. They all look alike. I gotta picture which ones, like, in my head. Okay. I'm gonna say Heath Slater's the one that just showed up on Impact, and I'm pretty sure it was him. So I'm gonna say Heath Slater, Drew McIntyre, and Jinder.
You got it.
Got it.
A jobber group that now has 2 world champions to its name.
Yeah, 2 world. Jinder. Oh, the good years. Remember those?
Oh boy. All right.
Now, next question for you.
Yes.
Let's keep going. Mike, we're talking about the longest singles women's match in WWE/WWF. So no rumbles. We're not talking rumbles. We're just talking singles matchups.
Yeah. Longest women's singles match. Once again, no steps.
For this particular question, it doesn't matter because I'm going to give you a series. We're picking a 1 to 4. How long you think it was?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this match was at Roadblock 2016 for the Raw Women's Championship between Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks.
Oh, yeah.
My question for you, I'm going to give you 4 times, and you have to tell me how long the match was. So first, we have 32 minutes and 6 seconds. Next, we have 34 minutes and 45 seconds. Then we have 43 minutes and 5 seconds. Or 38 minutes and 41 seconds.
I'm going to go with the 34-minute. Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Woo. 2 for 2 on this one. You're right.
And to elaborate, I think it was a 30-minute Iron Man match that went into overtime.
Iron Woman match, Michael. Charlotte won. Charlotte retained with the figure 8, too.
If it's Shasha and a title match on a pay-per-view, I know
she's losing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is actually the longest women's singles match in WWE. Oh my God, you should see some of the shit that they do in Japan. But this is the longest one in WWEF time.
It will be broken.
Surely it might.
Yeah. All right. My next question for you. You've probably heard of this group. I don't think you were watching during the time, but, they're part of history, so you might know some stuff. Can you name 5 members of the group known as Nexus?
Nexus. So that was all of the NXT. It was a big like NXT thing, or it was like people coming up from there. So
kind of like Retribution without the costumes.
Kind of like Retribution without the costumes. I know. In my mind, I see that match between. It was like Wasn't it Randy and John against all of them?
Yeah, there was like a big team match.
Or something like that.
A couple of those, yeah.
So,
there was more. There was like 10, 12 members, but you only need to give me 5.
Okay, I don't need to give you 5. Okay.
And I'll take, some of them have had name changes, but I'll take any name of their gimmick you can give me.
Okay, sure. So Wade Barrett, I know he was in charge.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give that Wade Barrett. I'm pretty sure, like previous the Husky Harris version of Bray Wyatt.
That's right.
Well, what was he actually called?
Husky Harris.
He was called Husky Harris. Oh
Yeah.
shit! There you go.
Yeah.
God, who else was on Nexus? They had a leader at one point, but I don't fucking know who the hell that was. I want to say Slater again. I might say Slater again, I think.
Yeah.
There's 3.
There's 3.
And then after that, really nobody... Like, nah, no real faces come to mind. Maybe somebody like Jinder, but maybe not. Fuck.
Yeah, there's some guys that went in and out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with those 3. I really got no one else.
All right. Well, you nailed those 3. Justin Gabriel. Do you know him?
I think the name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
David Otunga. You might remember him.
Yes, of course.
Daniel Bryan. You absolutely remember him.
Oh, he was there.
He was famously fired after choking Justin Roberts with his tie.
Oh, shit.
And then he never came back to Nexus.
Oh, okay.
But they did rehire him. And then Darren Young, Ryback was in it. Curtis Axel, who was known as Michael McGillicuddy, which is an awful name.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then John Cena and CM Punk were even in it for a little bit.
Really?
As part of storyline stuff.
Wait, Curtis Axel. Oh, my God.
Yeah, where's he been?
The B-Team guy, right?
Did he get released? I don't even remember.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. They're both somewhere.
Jesus
Anyways.
Christ. Okay.
There you go. You got 3. That's a passing grade.
I got 3. That's 60%, baby.
Yeah.
I got another question for you, where we are talking the longest Royal Rumble with a couple side notes.
No greatest Royal Rumbles?
Not the Saudi Rumble. We are talking WWF. We're talking about Royal Rumbles, the pay-per-view. We're also not talking about the. We're talking men only. I only say this because did you know that the Women's Royal Rumble from 2019 is the longest Royal Rumble ever?
That's pretty cool. What was it, like an hour 10?
It was something like that. An hour 12 or something, 13.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the greatest one from Saudi, that's the top, and then the women's one is right under that. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. No, the women's they're 2 for 2 or 3 for 3 on Rumbles so far.
Yes. No, what was it? I think there's 2 for 2 because they did Asuka.
3.
Who was the?
Asuka, Becky, Charlotte.
Becky, right? Charlotte. How could I forget? Oh my
Charlotte
God.
blip.
Nah, it's not a blip. You keep saying
Well, it was the NXT title, so it was.
So like I said, we're not looking at any of these women's rumbles. We're looking at the men's rumbles. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a series of clues, and what I'm looking for is the winner of that rumble.
Okay.
Okay.
Once again, I have an idea, but I'll wait.
Okay. So
You went to the trouble.
Damn it, Mike! I went to all the trouble. I wrote.
No, I could be wrong though. So the clues could save me.
Okay. So here we go. CM Punk drew first and had the most eliminations with 7.
So I'm already throwing out my other answer. So that's good.
So
CM Punk had most eliminations, you said.
Yes. And he
entered number 1.
He drew first. Yeah. So he came out number 1 and had the most eliminations with 7.
Okay.
Diesel and Booker T were the 2 free agents, alumni that always come back.
So are we looking for the year?
I'm looking for the winner.
The winner. Okay.
And I have one more clue if you want the clue, or if you think you can do it.
I'm gonna buzz in.
You're buzzing in.
I'm gonna go with Batista.
You buzzed in a little too early, maybe.
Roman Reigns.
Do you want the last couple clues?
Okay.
Okay. So this may have been a giveaway for you. They would go on to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship the big gold belt at WrestleMania. And your last clue would have been it was actually a 40-man Rumble.
Okay. Yeah, now I know. Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio, baby. You got it.
No wonder I didn't think of the 40-man Rumble because it was an awful winner. I hate Del Rio.
It happened in 2011. The match was 69 minutes and 51 seconds. The longest obviously this was 40-man. Royal Rumble 2002 was the longest 30-man. But I couldn't find a way to make intriguing clues out of it.
So the women's Rumble still beats a 40-man Rumble, though.
That's the 2019 women's Rumble with Becky Lynch as champion is the longest Royal Rumble, Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, all right. Next faction. This was during the Attitude Era to set the pace, set the time.
Okay.
Do you know who the group, the Radicals, were?
The Radicals? No.
Spelled with a Z.
Spelled with a Z, yeah. That's what I was definitely thinking. I can see it written.
I can paint a picture. It was four men who jumped from WCW to WWE as a group called the Radicals.
Who jumped? Jumped ship.
4 men. Yeah.
I feel like if it was an NWO, because when NWO came over, they billed them as NWO.
Yeah.
So it's not.
This was 4 guys leaving WCW when the Monday Night War was still kind of happening, 2000.
Left WCW for WWF or WWE.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like it's going to be some of the. I feel like it's going to be some of the cruiserweights. Who? And I'm so bad with timelines, especially when people went back and forth. I know Benoit was doing WCW, but it was did he flip-flop? Did he start in one and then ended in the other? I really don't remember. And I know guys I put Eddie Guerrero in the same thing, where it was I know he was in both, but timelines are weird. Yeah. And Jericho premiered by himself.
Indeed.
So
cut him out.
But
I think you're on a good trail.
Yeah, you know what? My mind's thinking guys like Benoit and Guerrero, but I can't think of a 3-4. You know what? I'm going to throw out those 2 answers, maybe to try to get 50%, and then stop there.
All right. Well, you got your 50%.
No shit.
Yes, Guerrero and Benoit are both there. And the third, Dean Malenko. Sure you know the name.
Know the name, yeah.
And then the fourth, Perry Saturn. Probably the least known of the bunch.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Yeah, had a fun little gimmick here and there.
And wasn't there also a time where people definitely flipped.
Yeah, people jumped from one to the other.
And Bret Hart ended up going there, but right before the collapse or something like that.
Yeah, after the screw job, he went to WCW and then he got injured there and kind of retired. But then he came back to WWE for the Hall of Fame run and shit.
Right. It seems so. Yeah. So much changing back and forth. I'm glad that we have 2 distinct wrestling companies now in North America.
Once again, it's fun.
Nobody's scratching each other's back. Mike, I have one final question for you regarding time lengths.
Okay.
When it comes to matches ending, of course, the time has run out on an Iron Man match, resulting in overtime or sometimes even a draw, or, sometimes time just runs out, like the Cody Darby Allin match. Mm-hmm. Right? Sometimes all these things happen in the 60s and 70s. The WWF imposed a particularly odd reason to calling the ending of their main events at their Madison Square Garden house shows. Mike, my question for you is, what was their reason?
A reason for calling an ending to their house shows?
Yeah.
To do with time limits?
Yeah. We're talking some pretty long things. There have to be some time limits. So I'm asking you.
I'm going to say that they had a curfew because people had to take public transit to get home.
Mike, you're 4 for 4 today, bud. That's
Wow.
exactly right.
I don't know. That was kind of a quarter stab in the dark.
This happened 3 times. Bruno Sammartino, Waldo Van Erich, Bruno Sammartino, and Gorilla Monsoon, and Pedro Morales and Bruno Sammartino, where it was actually called due to curfew. Madison Square Garden's curfew ran out. The matches were 81 minutes, 70 minutes, and 65 minutes and 5 seconds, respectively, before Madison Square Garden kicked them out.
Wow. Crazy shit.
Fun.
Nowadays.
Yeah, I don't know how that works nowadays. I mean, I know out of you probably have
Subways go to like 2 a.m. and shit, don't they?
Exactly, yeah. Or 1:30ish.
I mean, there's Uber and
Long enough time for people to get home.
Yeah. All right. I'll give you one final question here.
Perfect.
It might be the hardest one, though. That's why we're entering with it.
Glee.
The Radicals, it was tough, but this is another one. Attitude Era, maybe 1998-ish. But this was actually a female group called PMS. So can you tell me what those letters stood for and maybe who was in the group?
PMS, God, never heard of it. PMS, I guess it's going to be a play. It's a play on words,
Yeah.
clearly. Yeah. I'm trying to think like, please make sauce. P. No, I've got nothing. I've got no answers. I'm gonna say, please make sauce.
All right.
Never heard of these women before, but that's my answer.
They were known as the Pretty Mean Sisters.
the Pretty Mean Sisters.
Yeah, consisting of Jacqueline and Terry Runnels, the ex-wife of Dustin Rhodes.
Oh, okay. Dustin Rhodes.
Dustin.
Interesting.
Yes. Dustin Runnels is his real name, so Terry Runnels is her real name.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But there you go. There's your faction trivia.
That was a lot of fun.
Yes, always a great time.
That was a lot of fun. Some factions and some long-ass matches. Well, let's keep moving on here with the show. Keep moving on here with the program because the Wednesday Night War hasn't been an issue the past little while. The playoffs are rolling. People are watching all sorts of sports all over the place. But it's great that we can finally hone in on Wednesday night and put these two stations to battle.
Yeah, baby.
And let's kick off with, I don't know, let's say NXT.
NXT, what does it mean? I don't know, but it's some good wrestling. So NXT, watch and see. Gotta tap out a count out of 1, 2, 3.
Because I think prior to the show or right at the beginning of the show, William Regal says, huge announcement.
Yeah.
Right off
He's the man. Adam Pearce would not be trusted with this kind of announcement.
Well, I don't think that's Adam Pearce's job. I truly think
it never will be.
I think property manager of the Thunderdome might be the best thing to call him. But either way, if William Regal says it, it's gonna kick off. But we kick off the show with a big singles match, non-title.
Oh, yeah.
Between Shotzi Blackheart and Io Shirai, two of the top stars in this insanely stacked
world.
division.
In our free world.
In the free, goddammit, America.
Yeah, man. Talk about kicking off a show with a bang. This was a banger. Just some, excellent wrestling here. They're going fast pace. Io's hitting springboard moonsault to the floor. Shotzi's getting tons of offense in, taking the champ to her limits. She hits this awesome, double underhook suplex into a bridge. Big 2 count. She transitions over into her jackknife cattle mutilation. Shotzi's on fire. She hits a big hurricane run off the top rope, which scared me a little, that rotation. But they made it.
Everybody's first Hurricane Rana is always going to scare you.
Yeah, but they scare me even more when they fight outside the ropes onto the edge of the ring apron. And then Io just hits a huge German suplex onto the edge of the ring. Shotzi does the Kota Ibushi, just jumping straight back onto her head.
The old Ibushi trick.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then Io picks her up, throws her back into the ring, hits the over the moonsault, but lands all legs very hard.
All
right on the Shotzi.
legs right on her stomach.
But that gets the win for Shirai. but these women gave it their all. That was a fantastic match. Shotzi Blackheart is a superstar.
Yeah, she'll be on top of this division one day. An intensely physical babyface matchup is always.
I think she can be Becky Lynch, the man levels of over one day.
Oh, you think so? We're calling it now. Write it, episode 92. Write it down now. We're calling it.
We're getting close to that century mark.
We're getting close to that big old hundo. We'll have to figure out. We still have 8 weeks away. Actually, you know what? I think I did the math in my head, and oddly enough, I think the 8 weeks away would coincide with my birthday. Actually, my birthday's on a Thursday this year, so maybe we'll try extra hard to make that happen. But either way, huge match that we just saw. Shotzi Blackheart so much more than her little tank and her ow ow ow.
Oh yeah, she's awesome.
She's awesome, and what 2020 and 2021 has to come is fantastic.
Yeah, Io helps her to her feet after, and they shake hands. Good moment. Wade Barrett really puts Shotzi over on commentary.
Wade Barrett, who's like official now. Maybe he was official.
He was
last
acting
week.
like you'd never seen her before.
Was Wade Barrett official last week? Or official this week?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Morrow's gone. Barrett's in, so he's here for the long term, and he's pretty good.
He's pretty good. He's been doing NWA coverage for a long time.
Cool. But then we get Tommaso Ciampa taking on Desmond Troy. But we all know the deal here. Troy's just here to get quickly destroyed by Ciampa. Hits the Willow's Bell, gets the win. And Ciampa had a bunch of little braids in his beard.
Yeah, we'll deal with that. Look. Or like it looked like almost like the Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, like
thing,
there was just like a bunch of little ones, like oddly placed. It was not. I don't know.
It wasn't completely consistent. It wasn't.
I guess it would take way too long to do that.
We're still waiting for Ciampa to shave his beard, right? I mean, that's really.
Oh, that would be so weird.
I know.
But then after the match, Jake Atlas comes out, cuts a promo on Ciampa. He wants a piece of him. I think he got attacked a week or two ago.
Something like that. Newfound rival from a couple weeks back, so that'll probably be a match we get next week.
But then we get Austin Theory taking on Kushida, who was not fucking around. Kushida looked real good here. Aggressive, working over that arm, gets a quick tap out win with that hoverboard lock.
I don't know what the booking deal with Kushida is like.
Yeah, now he'll probably be gone for 2 months.
And that's the way it happens. Yeah, it's and I feel like this exact same thing worked for what's his name? Kenta. What was he called? Hideo Itami.
Hideo Itami, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it was that same kind of thing where it's like you would see him, he put on a great match.
No, he would get injured all the time.
Sorry, that's correct.
But,
yeah,
I'm Kushida though. I mean, yeah. When they use him, he can look great.
And then there was because he was in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Tournament Classic with Alex Shelley, and then nothing, and then back, and then forth, and then in the cruiserweights, and then back. So what the heck?
Yeah, hopefully we can get. I don't know. Just
like
see him.
He could stand with Johnny Gargano, Finn Balor, Adam Cole, and not look out of place.
Yeah, just let him go. Yeah. Let him go.
Odd.
But we got a NXT Tag Team Championship match here.
Woo!
Breezango defending against Imperium, because they're the only teams in the division right now. I think. I don't know. I guess they're trying to build up more.
Yeah.
No, there's still Roddy or I guess whatever.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my, what's happening with Okay, so on the other show, like we can't. We have too much tag wrestling.
Yeah, it's too many contenders.
Can we split this up?
We need to. Yeah, if they could, if AEW could have some of the women and WWE could have some of the tags.
It would be perfect. It would be perfect.
Yeah, the main event and mid card scene they got pretty even. So, but anyways, fun little tag match. Breezango been on a roll this last month or two, and showing that they can be competitors, serious in the ring, and still having some of that silliness, but.
Yeah, I think they came out as the cops again. I think this week.
Yeah, they had their, that's their go-to, I guess. The fashion police.
Fashion police, that's what it was.
But Breeze hits a Hurricane Rana, holds on for the 3 count, retains the titles.
Fantastic.
Yeah, this is their little run.
Enjoy
it. Yeah. It's the only one you get.
Everybody gets one.
But then we got another tag match. Jessie Kamea is teaming up with Xia Li to take on Caden Carter and Casey Catanzaro. Team K and K, they've been building up some chemistry the last little bit.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks of them on television.
Yeah, and they get another win here after some combo of moves. Casey pins Zaya. So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, why not?
And we got another tag match.
Oh, my
Feels
God.
like Dynamite.
Is this? Are we watching TNT right now? Because
Yeah, maybe they heard us.
this
They
is the
did.
third straight tag match.
But we got Bobby Fish and Roddy Strong taking on Drake Maverick and Killian Dane. But Dane says, I don't want nothing to do with you, Drake. So he doesn't even come out to start the match. So Maverick's getting dominated 2-on-1 until backstage Regal approaches Dane and says, hey, man, come on. I booked you in a match. Get out there. So Dane goes out to the ring, just kind of tosses Drake, and then he goes to leave again. But then I think Undisputed Era call him fat. So he gets angry and he attacks them. Officially entering the match, so Dane starts running wild. Fish hits him with a chair, so there's a DQ. But then Dane and Drake just fight them all off, clear the ring. And Drake's all hyped up. He still wants them to be a team. But then Killian Dane just clocks him in the face again and leaves.
Yeah, what unlikely allies. All I was gonna say. Killian Dane looking more and more like a hairy, like big hairy Dean Ambrose. You know, with the
Yeah.
wife beater and the jeans, looking very much like that kind of character.
Yeah. I like it better than his old gear.
Yeah. Anything else I have to say? No, I don't think so. We have a takeover coming up though, October 4th.
Yeah, I don't think it has a name yet.
Oh no, I
Just
said that in
Takeover.
such a high pitch. I'm sorry. I was like breathing in while I was saying it. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, take over something.
Take
We don't know yet.
over something. So let's build our way there. I wonder if maybe they'll move it over to the Thunderdome.
Maybe.
Maybe, who knows?
But we go to the danger zone, the parking lot, as Ciampa attacks Jake Atlas, but then Kyle O'Reilly, of all people, stops him. So he's acting a little babyface here.
And a couple weeks ago, I think we saw Kyle O'Reilly either in a singles match or doing something by himself, which is something that we just never see. But Kyle O'Reilly, single star, I mean, fucking find the clips on YouTube, dog. They're insane.
No, yeah. it
Kyle
seems
O'Reilly,
him and-
Zack Sabre Jr. Check out
him
those
and,
matches.
Yeah. Zack Sabre Jr., where the hell has he been?
I think he's
UK.
he's a New Japan champion of some kind.
Oh, yeah. The Never Open or whatever the fuck. Anyways, Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole both seem like they're on the babyface trail, leaving Undisputed Era soon. It's only a matter of time.
Or can't why can't the Undisputed Era all be happy and friends together instead of all having to
Because
be having
Fish
to, having
and
to
Roddy,
be a
they're bad guys. They're bad influences.
You think so? It's that Bobby Fish. Yeah, that's who it is.
Yeah. But William Regal gives us that big announcement we were promised. Because we're going to determine a number one contender for Finn Balor's NXT title. And we're going to get a new type of match, the Gauntlet Eliminator.
What?
So we get two men will start in the ring, and every 4 minutes, another man enters. The only way to eliminate them is pinfall or submission. Winner gets the title shot. We don't know exactly who's going to be in it. They kind of flashed some men on the screen, but I don't think they're all going to be in it. I don't know.
Women
But
on the screen.
Huh?
Women on the screen.
No, the women are getting the Battle Royal.
Oh, the women are getting the Battle Royal. Oh, I thought they were going to be Eliminator Gauntlet. Damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
That would have been
But they are
cool.
both happening, so that'll
They're
be
both
fun next
happening.
week.
Yeah, I thought that would have been.
Yeah.
I thought they were giving the cool new stip to the women. I was like,
Not this time, but
well.
if it's a good, sounds fun. Sounds like the old video game rules for the Battle Royal, when you turn off the over the rope elimination and just have pins and submissions.
oh really? Oh, it's like playing
Like a Royal Rumble, but
right. It's like playing Tony Hawk with no gravity,
yeah.
or Grand Theft Auto with the unlimited ammo cheat.
Have you seen the Tony Hawk remake that just came out?
Yeah, I bought it. I bought it last week.
You bought it? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of getting it soon. It looks damn good, but I'm getting.
It's the exact same
I mean,
game.
exactly what you want. Yeah.
So if you
HD.
like playing the old game, you will enjoy playing this game. I never played Tony Hawk 1 as a kid, though, so I'm playing that one first.
Yeah, go in order. You might as well.
And the online is very cool. It just picks one. It puts you in like a party of like 8 to 10 people or whatever. And it puts you in one park, and it's just rotating multiplayer game modes. So it'll be, the 2-minute trick attack mode, and then it'll be, that round finishes, and then immediately after it's like, first to hit a 50,000 point combo, and then it's graffiti, and it just cycles, keeping you in the same lobby.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's really like fat. You can play 6, 7 in a row and just be like, oh shit, that was that was really easy. No menu waiting,
Yeah. No, I'll definitely be getting it soon.
Check it out.
I've just always got so many games to play. That,
Mike, you're a
sometimes
gamer.
I can wait.
You're a gamer.
I know. I got that Game Pass now. A lot of these games come to Game Pass pretty quick.
Oh, really? Okay,
so
cool.
It's nice. But anyways, main event time. Because we got another title match, North American Championship here. Damian Priest defending against your boy, Timothy Thatcher.
Thatch-Man.
The Thatch-Man is here.
The Thatch-Man cometh.
He's building you a house. He's got lots of thatch.
What's
wood.
thatch?
I think it's like wood or straw. I don't know. I played a video game when I saw it.
Okay.
Anyways, fun matchup here. A nice little clash of styles. Two great wrestlers.
A clash of styles?
Yeah, not a styles clash.
Not a styles clash, yeah.
But the Thatch-Man, he's doing his grappling, his mat wrestling, and, Priest using his lanky goodness, hitting some big strikes, huge clothesline, a spinning heel kick off the top rope, which he caps off with the Reckoning, and Priest gets the pinfall win, retain his title.
Retain the title because it's not your time to lose, but a strong main event.
Thatch-Man gets to be in the main event again, so he's still looking good.
Yeah, kudos to him, who continues to be continues to prove rather that he is one of the very best technical wrestlers. Dare I say in the world? I say, Michael?
I double dare you.
Double dare. That means I gotta do it. Yeah, we're waiting for that. I guess are we waiting for that Daniel Bryan Timothy Thatcher match? Is that what we're waiting for?
Oh,
now we've got some. Now we've got some attention.
Yeah, that's that
would be.
But I think the Thatch-Man he'll get his time with his title.
Of course he will.
Him and Cameron Grimes are the next.
Grimey,
who we didn't see this week, but maybe he'll be in that gauntlet thing.
Yeah, he deserves. Why not? Why not?
Why not?
They
Grimey?
both. It would be the battle of the coup de grace.
There you go.
Right.
And that's NXT.
Yeah, that was the entire show. A fun main event and a killer opener.
Good looking next week as well.
Yeah, with these two matches, proving to Dynamite, hey, we're here to stay, motherfuckers.
Yeah. No more Super Tuesday.
We're done with that shit.
Wacky Wednesday.
I want a wacky Wednesday, baby. Yeah, like you said, that was NXT. That was all the time. Let's flip channels, or if you're on your DVR, maybe you can access your DVR because you had to choose which one do I want to watch. Do I want to watch NXT on the USA Network, or do I want to move over to TNT and check out AEW Dynamite? There was no subtitle to this week's AEW. They often do that though. They'll throw their.
They have.
They threw their. Wasn't it like their Bash at the Beach was just suddenly like a weekly thing.
Fight for the Fallen was.
And every time AEW does it, it feels way more natural than just suddenly hearing Raw in your face. Is that just me?
Yeah.
Is that just me?
Well, they usually put a little more effort into.
Yeah, they'll change the set around a little bit, where
Cody had his Miami Vice suit on.
Even Super Tuesday worked, because it's a new thing. But then just to hear, and WWE is notorious for tweeting out major changes, and just hearing, in an internet post. Raw in your face just removes all excitement about it toward. But anyways, we're not talking about Monday Night Raw. That happened way long ago. We're talking about AEW Dynamite. AEW, all elite. They coming for you, Vince. Better watch out. It's too sweet. Where, like I said, or like we said earlier on in the show, Tweety League champion Tony Khan has promised us we're getting this badass main event. Santana Ortiz taking on the Best Friends in a parking lot fight, and we have tons of other stuff going on. We got to get there first.
Yeah, I think we didn't do Dynamite last week, but there's at least one or two things we gotta.
Boom.
We missed the big debut.
Drop it.
The big debut. So we were promised the best man announcement from Kip Sabian. So he came out last week with Penelope Ford to make the announcement. We get a couple fake outs, like the big fat guy Puff and Brian Pillman Jr. But eventually, we get the proper best man, Miro. Of course, we all knew him as Rusev, but he's here. Miro, he's got his bleach blonde, slim shady hair, his Gucci Mickey Mouse t-shirt on. But yeah, he got a nice reaction from the small crowd was there. Just cut a promo about being stuck 10 years in the same house under the glass ceiling, the imaginary brass ring where you can take it, shove it up your ass. So some shots fired there.
Oh, always with the shots fired. I guess we knew. Did we know Miro was Rusev? Oh, Jesus Christ. Now we got to do this again. These motherfuckers, just start owning your name and then I don't have to keep doing this. I didn't like forget about him. I just it was like an actual surprise.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting him as the best man. I thought it was just going to be a little thing, but here he is. We'll see what he can see where he can go. And then I guess the only other thing on the show last week, Tony Khan did a sit-down interview with Hangman, and he's all depressed about losing the tag titles.
We lost the tag titles.
Or at first he was trying to give standard answers, like, oh, I'm a little banged up. And he's like, cut the shit, Hangman. I don't want the real stuff. And he just told him, yeah, man. He started getting dark. He's like, I feel like I'm full of poison from head to toe.
My demons.
Yeah, this man is suffering.
Jesus Christ, Hangman.
And on the other side, JR interviewed Omega, and he's like, you win, you lose. I'm going to go as a singles competition now.
Yeah, Kenny Omega's deflecting hard right now, and I don't know where deflecting is in the 7 stages of grief. Is that the first D in Dabda? I don't know. Kenny Omega's deflecting hard. He's on commentary this week, too, where he starts doing the same thing.
Yeah, we'll get there, but... and then I think there was also a TNT title match where Brody Lee defended against Dustin Rhodes. Another fun little match there.
I think that was the week before.
Maybe
I don't know. We got our destroyer, and Brody Lee walks away as champion.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's all. Now we're all caught up. Let's move on here, because we opened the show with guess what? A tag
team wrestling. We got to make sure because it's 8 p.m. on the other network. We don't have tag team wrestling. Somebody needs to be having tag team wrestling.
Yeah. Well, we know they're not going to have women's wrestling to open the show. That's for sure.
Amen.
4 men.
4 men. By men.
So Jurassic Express taking on FTR. And the Young Bucks come out before the match can even start and just nail the ref with a double super kick. And then they walk backstage and toss a stack of bills to Tony Khan, who is there to pay the inevitable fine.
Tony Khan. That
was our appearance.
He's on screen.
He's at his little gorilla position. He's got his monitor.
A little headset. He had a little T-shirt. Did not look like he's in charge in any way.
Doesn't look like a billionaire.
Does not look like a billionaire. But he was there. Yeah. But we do have action.
Looks like he works at Moore's.
We do have action in the ring, though.
Yeah. So we get our weekly fun opening tag bout. Luchasaurus just dives into the crowd, so he's out of the match, leaving Jungle Boy all alone, where FTR pin him with the illegal assist for extra leverage on that pin.
The two of them, I think Tully got in there too, and he was ripping them down.
Yeah. But Young Bucks being bad boys. I think last week they super kicked poor Alex Marvez backstage and got fined for that as well.
So we're 2 weeks straight on fines on the Young Bucks heel turn. It's been too long that the entire Bullet Club elite has been at the top. Of course, Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page were just champions. Cody had a long, lengthy run, and the Young Bucks have been putting smiles on people's faces for months now. It's time that all of that gets rewritten. And we see other people. God damn, what a great way. It took 10 seconds to further the Young Bucks heel turn storyline. Like, that's all it was. It wasn't like a, hey, everybody focus here. It wasn't like a, hey, let's stretch this out. It was like it took 15
before
seconds.
The match started, they didn't interrupt
before
anything.
They didn't interrupt anything. The match still got to happen, with a little greasy win there. But it still got to happen nonetheless.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, all on board.
Like you said, being nice boys didn't get them any gold, so let's show it some edge.
Why not?
And then we cut backstage to Alex Marvez, who's on the scene of a partly broken Matt Hardy, as he's just laying on the ground, clutching at his leg in pain. And then Jericho and Hager come up to taunt him. So
I mean, at least he's not clutching at his head. In terms
presumably, someone hit him with a crowbar, like the Tanya Harding incident.
Yeah, someone gave him the old Jeff Galooly.
Is that the attacker's name?
That's the guy who did it. Yeah. I think this also happened last week. I guess while we're talking about the Matt Hardy stuff, he did come out and he was like, "Thanks for your support. I'm fine."
Yeah, he had a great promo last week.
Of like,
I'm alive. I love you guys.
Yeah, that kind
That was
of
really good.
that kind of thing.
Yeah. But then we get Hangman Adam Page in singles action against Frankie Kazarian. And like we said earlier, Kenny Omega was on commentary, just making these little jabs and remarks here and there as Hangman was going on.
Kenny Omega is one of the most fascinating kayfabe guys. Like, Kenny Omega speaks everything like you're watching a play. Or he doesn't talk like a normal person would talk. Or maybe it's just like the rest of them talk. It's like the way he composes himself and the way he thinks about everything, and that's a really good thing. He just has a really fun way of acting. I guess that's what it is, of playing kayfabe, and it's really refreshing. And I haven't seen it anywhere else. And
it was great. Anytime like Hangman would do a little thing, or be like, "Oh, this is where I'd come in and save the match, or help Hangman," or
just a different. It's a different take. He's a whole different guy, and the fact that we're moving on to Kenny Omega singles man, because we haven't seen that one-winged angel in a long time.
Yeah. So let's see it.
Let's see it.
Back in the ring, eventually Hangman hits that buckshot lariat, gets the win.
Yeah.
Moving on. I think he drank a beer. But then we get MJF taking on Sean Dean. But very quickly, MJF just pokes him in the eye, applies the salt to the earth, gets a submission win in mere seconds. And then afterwards, he gets on the mic, cuts a promo, talks again about Moxley cheating and how he should still be undefeated. He should be the AEW World Champ. And I agree.
You did agree last week.
I still agree. Strip Moxley.
Strip him.
Yeah. He agreed to it. To step. But anyways, MJF, he wants to be referred to as the undisputed, uncrowned champion. So he yells at Justin Roberts to announce him as such. And then he talks about all the stables here in AEW. But, maybe it's time this lone wolf joined a wolf pack. We'll see. I mean, he's got Wardlow. Wardlow's standing right there.
Yeah, he's got someone standing right there. That'll be interesting to kind of carry forward a couple more weeks, to see what happens, especially because it appears as though Chris Jericho and him do not like each other very much. At one point in the show, maybe it was like right here, Eddie Kingston and co came out.
Yeah, that's where him and his buddies come out to cut a promo.
So what? It's him, Lucha Bros, and then Butcher and the Blade. So I guess they're a new stable. Maybe Moxley. Sorry, not Moxley. Wow, sorry, MJF could hit up that. Phone call.
Maybe. I don't know if he fits in.
It's weird. Yeah, it's sort of like where does where does he fit in? MJF, Sean Spears.
Because Eddie Kingston's Sean Spears. You just. Eddie Kingston, such a good mouthpiece, though.
Yeah, I still cannot narrow down his accent. If I were to close my eyes, I could not. It's like I picture every
Brooklyn Latino.
It's like oh my god! Then with somehow a snatch, like a Brad Pitt snatch in there somewhere. I have no clue what's going on. Did that happen? Didn't that happen? They fucking took out a couple people in the crowd.
Yeah, they cut another great promo, and he mentioned it last week as well. He never lost a battle royal, which apparently, when you go back and watch the clip, he went under the rope before he got eliminated. So
yeah, and Lance Archer brings that up later on. I think he says doesn't fucking matter, bro.
He's like, I killed you. But anyways, Eddie says we're not a stable, we're not a faction, we are a family. Aww. And sometimes families fight. Yeah, that's what they should just call them. We'll just call them the family.
The Hurt Business is a family.
But then they just start attacking people in the crowd and beat the shit out of them. Mm-hmm. Then Eddie just closes by telling Blade, "You got to get your house in order." What does that mean? Is his wife sleeping around on him or something?
I'm not sure. Who knows?
I don't know what that line meant.
Yeah.
But anyways, we got tag team action. Private Party taking on Jericho and Jake Hager. Just a fun little tag match here. They got good amount of time. The finish comes when Jericho hits the Judas effect on Cassidy, and he sells it like he's dying. His hand was twitching. He was convulsing.
Yeah, it was like...
Good sell. Jericho gets the 3 count. So Jericho and Hager, maybe they're trying to climb the tag ranks here. Jericho needs something to do.
Yeah, and Sammy Guevara, who just keeps getting heat, he'll probably be off television, or he might be off TV for a little bit.
Yeah, we haven't seen him since he fell off the thing.
No, well, we haven't seen him since the we saw him at All Out.
Yeah, when he fell off the thing.
Oh, I guess he did. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, forgot to finish.
I didn't say what thing. But anyways, we got a NWA women's title match on the show. Thunder Rosa's back defending against Eva Lise. And I'm all for this. Having this title here, having Thunder Rosa here, she's awesome. And Eva Lise has quietly racked up a nice 5-1 record here in AEW. So.
Oh, really?
So she earned this title shot. And it was a good match. I'll take any women's wrestling I can get on AEW.
I thought this was a fantastic match. Thunder Rosa's done.
She's great.
She's had more. She's had more good matches in AEW than possibly the rest of AEW.
But they were looking good. Eva Lise putting up a good fight. But Rosa hits a straight up tombstone pile driver, which looked really nice to get her the win.
Yeah, it did.
Sometimes it's nice. You don't always have to change it.
Eva Lise kicked out a little bit, which kind of bummed me out.
She lifted a leg.
It was kind of like right after. Yeah, she turned over, and
she was trying to look strong in defeat.
I was like, man,
that's what the old marks used to do. Hulk Hogan would be like, "Hey, brother, I kick out at 3."
Oh, 3 kick. I get it.
So it looks like you just barely beat me. Maybe the ref screwed up and I did kick out. Mm-hmm. But anyways, after the match, Eva Lise's partner, Diamante, attacks Rosa. So Shida gets in the ring and helps her out. But, hopefully, I'd say just steal Rosa from NWA. Let's just keep her.
Yeah, how does that work? How do we just steal them permanently?
I don't know. But then they announced next Tuesday, there's going to be a special 1-hour episode of Dynamite. But there's still going to be a regular 2-hour one on Wednesday, so that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right. So it was right after the playoffs, right after.
Like they're still then now there's just this 1-hour episode of Dynamite the day before, which is
who knows? Yeah. I mean, you got the talent. Fucking use them, right? There's so much talent that is getting paid by WWE that isn't doing anything for WWE. But between Dark and the amount of tag matches we have on this fucking Wednesday night show, AEW is really using their talent, like getting their money's worth out of the people. Yeah, and people are earning their money on the other side.
Goes both ways. But then we get Lance Archer and Jake Roberts come out. Jake just cuts a promo because I guess they're going to set up a 6-man tag for next week. So Lance needs 2 partners. And Taz comes out to talk about, they made a deal earlier, I guess. So we're going to have Team Taz, Cage, and Starks join forces with Archer. And they have a deal where if Archer beats Moxley for the title, then Brian Cage gets the first shot. So Archer cuts a promo on Moxley. Moxley comes in from the side of the arena, but then he gets jumped by Team Taz from the crowd. So they're beating up on Moxley. They throw him into this comically badly made road case, which just falls apart like a cereal box.
Like a plywood case.
It was like I don't know. And then new AEW signing, Will Hobbs comes up with a chair to help out Mox. And then Moxley introduces Hobbs. He'll be one of his partners. And then he also calls on Darby Allin to be the 3rd man so they can have that 6-man tag next week.
Oh my God. This was huge. I've never seen somebody get put over in such like in this kind of way. I don't know. I don't want to maybe like label it or something, but Jon Moxley did a fantastic job of grabbing the microphone, calling on Will Hobbs, saying this guy's a badass motherfucker and he's going to be one of my partners next week. Huge expectations for this. And Will Hobbs did a great job in the Battle Royal, the casino.
Yeah, he was one of the standouts.
He was really one of the standouts. And of course, Darby, always good match, Allen. And the way that all of these men have an issue with each other, or in some kind of different way. All 6 of these guys have been circling. This is going to be a hard-hitting affair.
Yeah. And at some point, I think they announced Dynamite's anniversary show, October 14th. That's when Lance Archer's going to challenge Moxley for the title.
Lance Archer's taking on Mox, Brody Lee and Orange Cassidy for that TNT Championship. I think are the two
That's
matches.
next week.
No, that is also on the anniversary show, I think.
I thought that was next week.
It is? Ah, fuck. I can't
I don't
remember.
know.
Either way, it's
One of us is right.
Either way, one of us is right. So listen to one of us, but you should be watching AEW anyways. Cannot wait for next week's main event, which will inevitably be the 6-man tag. But let's get to this week's main event.
Yeah, 'cause they're going to have a tough job trying to top this one.
They really will. Because like Tony Khan promised earlier on in the evening, this will be commercial free. And I was checking my phone. I was watching this live, Michael. I was watching this live. Live from New York on a Wednesday night. And I was looking, and there was like 20 minutes of time left. And I was thinking to myself, shit, really? No commercials for 20 minutes. That's going to be fun. Of course, we have Best Friends taking on Proud and Powerful, showing up with their dead president's badass-looking makeup.
Yeah, that was cool.
Because, of course, this has been going on for weeks. Right after you talk shit about someone's mom, it is on.
It's on. Yeah, Santana Ortiz, that white face paint, black look. Dead presidents, is that what they were? I know Tony Khan said that.
Yeah, that's
It was like an exact copy, or do you think it was just like similar looking?
Yeah, it's pretty damn close. It's from the movie. It's a movie.
Oh yeah, I know of it.
Oh,
isn't it also a band?
Probably.
I'm pretty sure it's a punk band. A punk band, the Dead Presidents. Anyways, they look awesome. They start brawling. They're surrounded by a ring of cars. There's weapons everywhere, like 2x4s, wood. Ortiz gets shoved under the hood of the car, and they slam it down, and then Chucky T hits a flipping senton onto the hood, crushing Ortiz. And if that's not enough, then Trent afterwards hits another big senton. This hood is dented. I think Ortiz is probably dented too.
I think everything's dead. I think five cars by the end of this are just
they were just
undrivable.
Yeah, they probably just went to a rec yard and were
there was two of them which they
all looked like 1999.
Yeah, one of them in particular was like a
Sunfire.
Dodge Neon that had like no hubcaps on it, like just the tires. Clearly looked like old shitty winter tires or something. What do? You go to a used car lot, fucking pick up the scraps. Let's beat the shit out of it.
Yeah, so we got lots of car play. We had weapons, 2x4s, the little extendable batons. Santana.
The extendable baton. We get 2x4
Everyone was
smashed
bleeding
over the back. Trent gets power bombed into a fucking windshield. Blood's everywhere.
That was a real windshield. That was
a real
trick.
fucking windshild.
Like, he was instantly just shards of glass, blood dripping from the back.
At one point, Chuck Taylor goes to chuck a hammer at Ortiz, and it slips out of his hand, just goes straight through the fucking car windshield.
Yeah, the sledgehammer just whoosh.
Oh my god, this spot after spot, people are getting thrown on double
suplexes onto the roof,
onto garbage
frog
cans.
splashes. They get a straight up just wooden door at one point, set that up, get speared through the wooden door.
A metal fence.
Yeah,
like the kind you'd see at like a festival or something.
Everyone was bleeding. Ortiz, his shoulder got cut up from the door. Trent was bleeding from the arm. Black Eye was everyone.
Jesus
everyone was
Christ!
bleeding.
There was blood. There was blood on the concrete because then
there was just from that windshield.
Because the maneuvers then, of course, have to make their way onto the floor at some point. So then Trent's blood is just. I picture that some dude has to fucking spray that down later.
Oh yeah,
Jesus
somebody better get
Christ.
the hose.
Somebody got the hose.
So blood everywhere.
My God.
At one point, Chuck. He's taken out. He's on the ground, seated against the car. Santana's ready to bash his head in with a steel pipe. But then the truck opens up, and out pops our bro, Orange Cassidy. And he's got a steel chain wrapped around his fist, so he nails Santana with a big orange punch. And then Chuck pile drives Santana onto the hood of a car. Well, Trent is on the back of the truck with, there was a pickup truck with a sheet of plywood just laid across the back. And then he picks up Ortiz and hits the crunchy through the wood onto the back of the truck, covers him for the 3 count. Best Friends win. What a match.
What a parking lot brawl. And it had that same setup as that like Velveteen Adam Cole parking lot thing, but without
much better
without the
execution.
pre-filmed element to it. Oh my God. Now, was Orange Cassidy in the trunk the whole time, or do you think like he crawled in there
No.
eventually?
Yeah. I think it was one of those trunks where you can like pull down the back seat and like slink
And then
your way
somebody in
in
the front seat like opens the trunk, and then he
Yeah.
pops
Yeah.
out. That's such a fun and truly it
was awesome.
I didn't see the I was watching the whole thing. Who the fuck's going to win this thing? Who is going to
Yeah.
win?
It felt like, and the no commercials. It just felt like a pay-per-view quality.
It
type of
truly did. I haven't seen a gimmick, this kind of a gimmick match. This is the best one I've ever seen. I can't think of a better one.
match. Ever?
In my personal things that I've seen with my two eyeballs.
Okay. So you put this ahead of Undertaker, Mankind, Hell in a Cell?
I would almost call them different things. I would call that a Hell in a Cell match. In terms of like a
You mean like
a
the cinematic stuff?
no, even just
out-
the out of ring
Outside of the
out of
ring?
ring brawl.
Okay.
Things that you are meant to take place in the parking lot, in the performance center. Things that sort of find themselves outside of their traditional wrestling match. God damn it! This was 20 minutes. I was fucking locked in the whole time.
Yeah. This was awesome. Best Friends get the big win. They're celebrating. And then Sue shows up in the minivan to pick up the boys. Take them out for Dairy Queen. I assume,
Take them to what was the milkshake place that was at Davis and Leslie? Reed's Dairy. Reed's
Oh, that was
going to Reed's
awesome.
going to Reed's Dairy after a fucking
Oh,
football practice.
But then the final topper, Sue stops the van, rolls down the window, and flips the bird before driving off. So just a perfect ending.
And we fade to black. What an incredible ending to
The definition of a cool mom.
Oh yeah, picks your bloody your son was just in a bloody fight, and they're like, okay, let's go to Reed's
Get
Dairy.
pizza and Dairy Queen.
Yay! Thanks, Mrs. Trent.
Yeah. She probably let them, she let him and his friends drink beer in the house when they were 16.
Yeah, just been a cool mom ever since day one. And that was AEW, and that was Wednesday Night War. What a fun way to end off our Wednesday Night War.
Yeah, fun everything pretty much this week. Every show was.
You know what? I gotta say, this might be the first time in a long where each show had something to compel me a little bit. It's so refreshing when we're not either having a go home show or a follow up show. We can just have a normal show.
Yeah.
And that was all the time. Let's get to our last little segment. Let's get to our last little bit. Of course, some incredible performances this week. But let's give ourselves let's give our wrestlers of the week.
It's the wrestler of the week. Wrestler of the week. Of the week. The wrestler of the week. Of the week. Of the week. The wrestler of the week. Of the week. Of the week. The wrestler of the week.
I already know who yours is, so I'm gonna kick off. So I'm gonna say
It was harder than you think.
it
but
was
yeah,
harder than I
you know.
think, but I'm pretty sure I know who.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know. So I'll start off with mine. I got to give it to this main event here of AEW. It was my favorite match of the week. Everyone put in some crazy bumps there, but I got to give it to the winners because they won. So I got to give it to the best friends. Communally the best friends.
Yeah.
Rocked this one hell of a match, and can't wait. I think they are fairly up there in the rankings. They are
they gotta be.
second or third up there. So who knows?
They always stay pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm all for it. Yes, the best friends. They were very high in contention this week for me. The Hurt Business had a great week as well. But of course, Shotzi Blackheart, amazing performance on that NXT. The future of women's wrestling. Everything. She's everything I could want in a wrestler.
I already wrote it down.
Everything I could want in a woman.
I already wrote down Shotzi Blackheart. Even before we started the show, I saw that match and I thought to myself, this is up Mike's alley. You're right. Shotzi Blackheart will be a champion one day.
She's just so everything about her. She wrestles great. She's got that unique look. The fun entrance with the tank. Everything about her is just fun.
Yeah, it's refreshing. It's new. It's not just somebody who thinks they're better than you. And a fiery baby face will always be someone we can support, right? Whether she could find herself in the NXT portion of the Survivor Series. Hell, she could even find herself into the Rumble.
Oh, yeah. I think she was in the Rumble this year.
She may have been. Maybe the final four of the Rumble.
Yeah.
We can dream. We can hope.
She's awesome.
Another fantastic week, and that was the show. That was the entire podcast. You have to rate, review, like, and subscribe. Though 92, we're honing in on that episode 100. We'll really have to, Mike. I think we need to individually think about something that can make happen. If nothing else, it does need to be. If nothing else, it does need to be a live show.
Yeah, I think we debut the top 5 segment. So you got 8 episodes to think about it. You got to come up with your top 5 wrestlers of all time.
All time. Oh, my
all
God.
Time. No restrictions, no boundaries. Men, women, all time.
Wow. This is really exciting, folks.
It's big.
Yeah, it's hundreds, if not thousands, of people to choose from. I got to open I need an encyclopedia of just wrestlers A through Z. Maybe even refer back to some previous trivia that may have had some wrestlers I'll forget.
Well, I'm sure there's some in your heart that you already know are on that list.
Yeah, this will be a lot of fun though. The countdown to 100 is on. That's all the time we have for the podcast this week. Next week though, we'll be talking Clash of Champions. Gold Rush, so you're gonna want to stick around for that. And I guess, Mike, we'll talk to you next week.
That's my mama.